What is up? What is up? Welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we are going to, first of all, try to make sure that our sound is running fabulously on this beautiful broadcast evening on Saturday, the last day to return the RTX. The last day to return the RTX 5090. This is the last day. So, guys, like we said a few streams ago, that we were going to go ahead and keep it and then just start doing some more live streaming so that we could essentially boost views on the channel. This has been kind of a test to kind of see how the algorithm is actually treating content creators lately, because I've been seeing other content creators talking about viewership going down. And stuff like that. So we're trying to survive this new and improved landscape over here on YouTube, because I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy creating content for the community. I really enjoy buying products and reviewing them. I enjoy this. I like doing this. It's almost like a second calling for myself. I love getting up and going to work every day at my job, and then I also love coming home and creating content, cool things that I think are exciting to me. And if I'm able to re-engage with streaming on a more regular basis, and kind of I'm kind of hoping that it will give me the ability to actually put in effort to make better content, to think things through a little more, talking with the community. You guys give me amazing ideas all the time. and being able to go through the changes on YouTube right now, because it really does get pretty stressful. So like I said, I wanted to start off the video, because today is the last day that I'm able to return the RTX 5090. Like I said, I have decided to keep it. Just doing the live screens. The live streams have absolutely boosted the channel. Definitely boosting more people coming in and subscribing. So that is always an awesome. That's always awesome. But I don't want it to get too drug out to the point where I'm just searching for things to be negative about and stuff like that. So I want to try to keep the streams to a point where they're actually meaningful. We're actually building the channel. We're actually building good content, building good relationships with the people that come and enjoy the content. I want everybody to feel welcome here, whether you're an NVIDIA user, whether you're an Xbox, PlayStation, AMD, Intel. I want you guys to feel comfortable wherever. So I want to keep the negativity about brands to a respectable. I mean, go ahead and celebrate your favorite brand and stuff like that, but try not to be super negative to other people when they celebrate their favorite brand and stuff, because I'll tell you guys, I've been on the 9070 XT for the last 3 days, and not one time did I think, oh yeah, I want to jump on the 5090, knowing that I've got the most powerful GPU in the world. And then I jump on it today. One of the main reasons for tonight's live stream is RTX hair. Oh my gosh, man. I turned that on and I'm on the 5090 and I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the hell is the difference? Looking at it, looking at Indy, looking at everything as I'm going around, like walking up to the people and looking at their hair and stuff. And I'm like, what the hell is supposed to be different about the hair? And then come to find out that literally only 2 GPUs on the planet can even run this. And you can't even run it on 40 series GPUs. You have to have a Blackwell GPU. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like only a 5090 and a 5080 can almost run it. A 5090 can run it, but a 5080 can almost run it. Like 16 gigabytes of VRAM is not going to run it, guys. Sorry, 16 gigabytes is a little bit out of 5080 in the machine. Nice. A 5080 is going to struggle with everything turned on to run HDR or RTX hair, and not even a 4090 can run it. Not even a 4090 can run it due to the fact that it is built specifically for the 5000 series GPUs. Now, I knew NVIDIA was going to do something scummy this generation. Like, they do it all the time. Like, why would they even do that? Why would they build a technology that is because, I mean, think about this. If you turn this on a 40 series card, if they would let you, I am curious now as to how it would affect the overall performance, because I felt like the performance was pretty good on the 5090 while running it. I mean, I was using frame generation and all of that. Look, guys, I use frame generation. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I really am sorry that you don't like it. But for me, I would much rather have the smoothness of the screen and a little bit, maybe a little bit of latency. I can't really feel it on a controller all that much, especially when I'm in a single player game. I just don't care. My muscle memory, I'll get used to it, and boom, we're good. We're set. We're solid. And so I'm curious about that, how you guys feel about RTX hair. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to start one of these polls. You happy about RTX hair? Is it? We'll just do the RTX hair. So let me know if you guys are happy about that. But first, since we got 24 of you guys in here, let me get you guys to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Help us continue to grow and get our message out there. I could care less about hair. LOL. I just want to know if you guys are if you guys want NVIDIA to keep doing things like this that could potentially continue to chip away at the performance that you already have, or if you think, look, guys, we're good on visuals for right now. We want to see performance start to increase. And I feel like we're at a point right now where unless NVIDIA taps the brakes, I mean, but how do you do that? How do you ask a tech company to tap the brakes on certain things? Is it even possible? Does it even make sense to try to, in a world of hyper, where AI is in like a hyper spin right now, and it's trying to continue to grow faster and faster and faster. Well, how do you do that? How do you get a company like NVIDIA that literally, here, RTX beard, RTX eyelashes, bro? We're gonna have RTX freaking eyebrows, RTX nose hair. For all of us old guys, we're gonna have RTX hair, ear hair. But how do you do that? How do you ask somebody like NVIDIA, be like, hey, NVIDIA, could you guys please tamp down on the incredible feature set that you're bringing that nothing else can run? I mean, when it gets to a point where they put out a feature that only the two top NVIDIA cards can actually run, that's got to make you feel like, wow, dude, like, what the hell, man? It almost takes me back to my old days of bashing NVIDIA when I was like, damn, dude, they really just want people to continuously upgrade and upgrade and upgrade and upgrade, and they don't even care. It's like they don't even respect the community that games anymore. And so you think about that, and I don't know if it's depressing or if it's just flat out like they just don't care. All right, well, look at this. TBP or TP or TPB Tech Bode says He says he's running it on a 5070 Ti. Somebody told me that you can only run it on 2 cards, and then I got on freaking YouTube, and I was looking for the information about it, and it said that everything under a 5080 was struggling on it. So is it running it pretty good on your 5070 Ti? Hey, if it's running it on a 5070 Ti at 1440p at like what are you running it at? Quality? MFG 3X at 150 FPS. Maybe I'll put my 5050 in there and see if it'll actually run it. All right, well, if you're running it, damn, that would suck, man. That would suck. I was starting to get a little bit irritated with good old freaking just wait till XTX hair, you'll come for it. Oh, probably, because it'll probably be able to run all right. Well, gosh damn it, TBP, you just ruined the whole freaking night stream. Thanks, bro. Now we got nothing to bitch about. Now we're just gonna have to sit and talk about freaking whatever. You just ruined the whole stream for everybody. Thank you. It could have been fine. You just had to come up with your. I'm actually gonna check his stuff. I'm gonna put the 5070 back in after the stream, and I'm gonna check and make sure that what he's saying is correct. Because what I was reading is it was having trouble with everything else. And he said, what did he say? He said, I run the NVIDIA hair on my 5070 Ti and everything else is maxed out 1440p DLSS quality MFG 3X 150 FPS. So remember that, guys. Actually, I'm going to take a picture of that quote because I'm going to try it because he ruined the stream. So we're going to have to try it now. I'm not saying you're a liar, but we're going to try it, man. We're going to actually try that with those settings, everything maxed out, because I'm hitting 23 gigabytes of VRAM on a 5090. On a 5090. Come on, focus. Focus. Why doesn't this camera want to focus? Focus. That is so annoying. So we're going to check that. We're going to check it, and we're going to see if we're going to check it. We're going to see, guys. I'm going to use those same settings because I'm using 23 gigs of VRAM to run that. 23 gigs of VRAM at 4K to run that. He says 1440p, so we're going to try it, dude. It takes a lot of VRAM to run that game, especially with frame generation on there. So I'll try it. We'll find out, man, because my friend decided to ruin everybody's stream. They could have had a fun one. We could have all finally been like, yeah, NVIDIA sucks, man. They're so mean to us. XTX beards. Yeah, XTX beards. Anything AMD actually is built to actually run, though. Promise you it does max out VRAM 57 or something, but it runs smooth. Dude, I'm legit running it at 23 gigs, so I'm sure that it's like cutting out textures or something that you're not getting the full experience. Even on the 5090, bro, running it at DLSS quality, what I was running it at, I mean, the cutscenes were well below freaking 60 FPS, and it was feeling choppy, bro. It was feeling pretty choppy. When I think of running good, I think of it's running everything perfectly fine. You know, if you're using like DLSS quality, I mean, yeah. So we'll check it out, dude. I'll see how good it runs on my 5070 Ti. I've been wanting to put the 5070 Ti back in there for a while and test it out now that I got that 5090. So we're going to do that. We're going to test it out. Use my Sony camera. I can't change it now during the stream. I will get it set up for next time. I promise you. Yeah, you're at half the pixel count at 1440p, but you're also running a feature that is significantly more heavy. Even on the I tried Indiana Jones on the 5070 Ti before that patch, and it was pretty hard to run on it. I'm thinking, wait, what did he say? High settings? He said high settings, right? No, he said maxed out. So supreme settings. He's running it on the supreme. I find it really hard to believe, but I'll try it, man. I will definitely try it. What do you need? No, you just went outside. We literally just went outside. You don't need to go out again. No, you just go lay down. No. No, I think you're not telling me the truth. We just went out there and I just fed you all that yummy bacon. Is that why you need to go outside? You ate all the bacon, now you need to go poop? Really? Okay, let me get Junior for you. Let me get Junior for you. Say, Steve, Junior, will you guys take the dog out? Thank you. And then you can let her back in. Then you can let her back in. It's already too late. It's already too late to return to 5090. My Best Buy's already closed. By the time I get there, they'd be closed. They close at 10 o'clock and it's like 5 blocks away. So, and yeah, dude, I would be slow walking the whole way. I would never make it. I would never make it. I have grain and all that stuff turned off too. So that would be, I just remembered that struggling on my 5070 Ti before this patch even came out. So, and I was running it at 3440 by 1440p. Are you running it at exactly 1440p? DLSS quality? Because I got a 1440p monitor right here, dude. I don't mind testing it, like seriously, but I want people to have good information. So I mean, if you're running it and it's good, awesome, then that adds at least one more card to it. Maybe I should try it on the 5060 Ti and see if that would work at 1080p. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why we're keeping it. We're keeping it. We are keeping it. There's no reason to return it now. I mean, we've already. But hey, can I get you guys to hit that like button really quick so more people will show up and say hi? We like people showing up and saying hi, man. It's quick. You just tap the little button. Yeah, you just tap it. I got 32 and 40, 32 inch 1440p next to my C4. Wait a minute. So I want to talk to my buddy. Gosh, where's he at? He just got his 5080, man. He's got it like, I want to celebrate that with him. James Sullivan's got his 5080, got it plugged in. James, tell us what you're feeling, brother. Tell us what you're feeling. 5080 and Helldivers native is looking pretty nutty, getting a solid 100. Yes. 32 inch 1440 next to my C4. Can't go. That is cool, man. I love it when somebody gets like a new piece of tech, dude, and they're absolutely just blown away. You put in like your favorite games first. I do that every time. Like one of my favorite games, one of the first games I go to when I get a new card is legit Assassin's Creed freaking Valhalla. I'll throw that in, but I think I might switch that over to Assassin's Creed Shadows, dude. Shadows is an absolutely freaking beautiful game that I really like, bro. In the next patch, we're going to be able to adjust the time of day and everything. I am super excited about that. I'm gonna try it, dude. I will actually adjust the settings. I'll probably just try to run it on the 5070 Ti at high settings and the RTX hair. The same with the 5060 Ti. I want people instead of putting out a bunch of false rude information, we'll we'll adjust the settings. We'll try to get it to look as good as possible and turn on the settings. So we'll do that. I mean, I know everybody likes to hit like ultra settings and shit, but hey guys, sometimes you can legitimately save a lot of performance by just turning down some really unnecessary stuff. Man, first game I turned on was Shadows and it's insane. Yes. What are you getting on Shadows? On the you got to go into James, you got to go into the NVIDIA app and you got to set it to 2, 3, or 4 on frame gen. Set it to 4 and tell me what you think about it, and then set it to 3 and let me know what you think about it as well. I'd really like to know. I'm pretty curious because all I've seen it on is 5070 Ti and 5090. But I'm curious to how it would run on a 5080. I'd rather people be happy with their performance and stuff, instead of just trying to max everything out, because I think that really does put a mental block on a lot of people, bro, when they watch these when they watch the benchmarks. They're thinking, oh gosh, dude, I got to have max settings, and then they're looking at it and they're like, oh man, I wonder if DLSS is going to get me there, you know? Yes, do not forget 10-bit, James. Make sure you turn on 10-bit, bro. Medium to high. Fix the title. No, it's all right. People can come and watch it. I'm not mad about the title. The title's not that bad. It's not even that negative. Last day to return my RTX 5090. Hair, just another performance stealing scam. Only 2 cards can run. Yeah, I put a question mark on it. I'm good with that. I put a question mark at the end of it. So I legit heard that from somebody saying that the RTX hair only worked on 2 cards. I think the title is absolutely fine. We're all discussing it. We're talking about it. We got people in here saying they're running it on 5070 Ti. I'm okay with that title. What about you guys? Are you guys okay with the title? You guys okay with the title? At least during this stream, we'll get it figured out, and then I will test 5070 Ti, and we'll see. Or I'll test 5060 Ti. How about that? I'll test 5060 Ti. That's got 1 8 pin on it. I can throw that in. I could probably just pull the 5090 out and kind of hang it over. No, I'll just take it all the way out. I'll try the 5060 Ti 16 gig and see what we can get on that one. That's the lowest end. No, I got the 5050 still. If you adjust the settings, 60. Yeah, exactly. We're not going to play it on Supreme. We'll play it on high. We'll play it on high, not even ultra. We're going to do high settings with all the ray tracing and path tracing. Well, I'm going to try to get it to where all the path tracing could be on at the highest levels, and the settings, I'll lower the settings to a point where at least we'll be able to get all of the ray tracing and stuff. And I'll try a couple situations with it. Max settings I'll try that first. I'll try max settings. I'll try max settings with DLSS quality at 1080p first. Then I'll try 1440p. Then I'll try 4K. Yeah, 4 extra gigabytes of VRAM really does make a difference. But then again, there's always some kind of overhead, bro. Like, there's always some kind of overhead. Like, it's almost like your system is not only it's almost like your system's not only using the VRAM that it needs, it's also using and storing some VRAM. I think the title's fine. I'm not upset with the title. I put a question mark at the end of it, so it wasn't a statement, it was a question. And we're getting answers. I feel fine with that. Tried Indiana Jones with its new DLC, MFG, and DLSS 4. Absolutely. And it looked incredible. I was getting pretty decent frames like that. DLL, DLL, D, D, DLL, D, DLSS is upscaling, and people say it's a complete scam. What do you think? I think the DLSS 4 fixed all the issues that I had with DLSS, so I'm fine with it now. Yeah, DLSS 4 looks great. Way better than DLSS 3, man. DLSS 3 made everything literally look plastic. It looked plastic and freaking, you know, like when you put on VR and everything looks like those little freaking plastic freaking toys they used to make. It's like the plastic things that you put on your cake, like the little plastic toys that they'd put on cakes and stuff for like your kids when you go buy them a birthday cake. That's what all that stuff looks like in VR, and it kind of looked like that with just a little bit more. The worst optimized game that's been released in the past couple of years would probably be Ark Survival Ascended is the worst optimized game that I have ever played in my life. That thing still struggles on everything, dude. Like, you literally can't even max that game out. I haven't tried it on the 5090, but I might. You bought a 5070 Ti and you don't see a reason? You're probably right, bro. 5070 Ti is a pretty good card, man. No, I mean, I had Monster Hunter running very well. I had Monster Hunter Wilds running on a 5050, bro, at 4K with optimized settings, and I still was able to beat that freaking spider boss solo. Not the first spider boss, the second spider boss, the one that's like wrapping up the little freaking bunny looking rabbit dude with the top hat. I beat that one. Oh yeah, dude, if you're only running FPS games, 5070 Ti is absolutely all you really need. DLSS 4 and FSR 4 look amazing, almost as good as NATO. Yeah, dude, they really do look pretty damn good. I actually kind of like FSR 4 a little bit better, but I really do think that's just because of the way I can adjust my colors on AMD. I was trying to play around with RTX again, RTX Vibrance or whatever, because I when I got off the stream earlier, I got onto Hell Is Us on the 5090, and I got in there, and it's like my blacks were like crushed. Oh yeah, there's stutters, but they don't bug me as much as they do a lot of other people. Actually, I think I had to run it pretty smoothly. I put the video up on the channel. Let me see if I can find it on here real quick, and I'll get you a link. Oh, wait, maybe I didn't run it on the 5050. I ran this on. This is on. I did run it on a 5050, but this is. Yeah, it's only nicotine. You can watch this video a little later if you want to. But that there, I ran it on a 9060 XT. I could have sworn I did it on 5050 as well. I got to figure out what I named it as. Games have to take it. People just struggle with optimization. I do. I think people do struggle with optimization. It's like they're afraid they're going to be missing out. They're afraid they're going to miss out on some magical visual setting. When I've legit played Unreal Engine 5 games at low settings, and they really don't look. They look actually really good still, even comparable to last generation ultra settings. I did that video I put out with Death Stranding, the first game with Decima Engine at max settings versus the Black Myth Wukong at low settings. And I was surprised at just how damn similar those two games looked in terms of overall quality and shadowing and the textures, stuff like that. That's why I say, guys, if you're buying an Unreal Engine 5 game, just throw it on low settings at first and see how it looks to you, and then adjust the settings that you need, especially when you're on lower end cards. Okay, if you're on a lower end card, just lower your settings a little bit. Just dropping by to say I like the video, and I hope you all drop a like. Yes, please drop likes, guys. We got 70 people here. Hit that like button so more people will show up and support the froggy. We need people to support the frog. But yeah, so if you're on Unreal Engine 5, you load into an Unreal Engine 5 game. I think most people's instinct is to just hit the max settings or whatever. And as soon as you hit max settings, then you get that like really horrible stuttering. But I'll tell you one thing that I've noticed a lot with Unreal Engine 5. Lumen and global illumination are two settings that you should completely lower. Turn off lumen and lower global illumination, because those two settings seem to either crash your game or make it run very poorly. Watching from Egypt. What's up, brother? Gosh, dude. You know what? I was just running around in Assassin's Creed Origins the other day. I freaking love that game, man. I love the beautiful world of Egypt they created, man. It's so beautiful. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Someday, maybe I'll be able to go to Egypt. That would be cool. I could tell the difference with Lumen on or off besides the dip in FPS. I can't tell it. Yeah, exactly. For real, man. You turn Lumen off and it's like, okay. You turn it on and you're like, damn, dude, I can't even play this crap. Honestly, guys, if you just play with your settings on UE5, UE5 is a very potent engine, guys. Like, it is very heavy. But the funny thing is it doesn't use a whole hell of a lot of VRAM either. Most of those games, even like Black Myth Wukong, bro, on low settings, you can easily run that on like 8 gigabyte GPUs. And 8 gigabytes. Okay, so if you think about last generation games, they usually ran at about 5.5 gigabytes up to about 8 or so for your higher end GPUs. And now, like the newer games, when they come out, their low end settings are usually like right around 6 to 8 gigabytes. And so even Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Shadows, you put that on low settings and it looks just as good as Valhalla at max settings on last generation, a cross generation game. So when you do that, you actually save your guys' self a lot of performance. So Assassin's Creed Shadows, drop it to low settings, turn up the draw distance to medium, and then your trees won't potato out, because you do kind of get potato trees at low settings. But so turn that up to about medium. Probably turn up, and then your vegetation draw distance, turn that up, max that out. You can max out texture quality, and you can run that fine on an 8 gigabyte GPU, and it looks incredible. Played Mafia Old Country and maxed out settings with the 7900 XTX using FSR. It looked great. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jonathan. Absolutely. I played through that. I've played that on 9060 XT, 5070 Ti, 5060 Ti, 5090, and 4090. And yeah, dude, you can max that game out pretty easy. The new frame generation on it looks pretty decent too. It works out pretty good. Do you even use frame generation, Jonathan? Or are you a anti frame generator? Yeah, dude, it was great, dude. I freaking loved it. I played that game, Jonathan. I finished it on the 5070 Ti with MFG 4X enabled. I was like, gosh, damn. Smooth game, 4K, running at freaking 170 frames. It was good. First console was an NES. Me too. The character started at 8-bit. Yep. That's exactly where I'm at. And I'm like, what are you complaining about? Exactly, dude. When I hear somebody talk about shimmer, I'm like, shut up. Right when they start saying shut up, shimmer, shut up, shimmer boy. Shut up, shimmers. I'm like, dude, I played Shenmue on a Dreamcast, and we had so much pixel crawl, but it looked great. And it was an incredible game, dude. It's just like, shut up with your shimmers. Michael Milburn. How's the new game, Chronos? It's scary as shit, bro. It's terrifying. I earlier stream, I streamed it for about 10-15 minutes. Holy crap, dude. I had my ass handed to me twice. I was like, oh my gosh, dude. It's tough. Damn, this title pisses me off. Look at it very closely and actually read it. At the very end, has a question mark. Has a question mark. It shouldn't piss anybody off. It's a damn question. I run global illumination on low in most games. I usually max textures and foliage. And shadows, I turn up from low until I like it. You know what the funny thing is, Frame Rate X? I guarantee you would like AMD. Go buy a 9060 XT and try it out. 300 buckaroos. Yeah, I got your text. You're the reason I wrote that freaking title. Because you were saying that it only worked on a few games, but Trip Boomer here is saying it's running all right on a 5070 Ti, and I'm going to test it. I'm going to test it out on 5060 Ti later today. I view FrameGen FrameGen as a win, more feature. Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. As long as I can get 50 to 60. Actually, you know what, Jonathan? The funny thing, yeah, you're right. You're on 7900 XTX. You got to have like 60 to 70 FPS, bro. That's right. Sorry, man. I was going to say, if you're on 9070 XT, you can legit get away with like 40 FPS now using FrameGen. It's a lot better, and it still feels better than what you're getting on 7900 XTX. 7900 XTX last generation was my favorite GPU for using frame generation, to be completely honest with you. Because I could jump in AC Valhalla and I could turn on AMD MF 2.1 and I could get like 240 on my ultra wide. It would just max it out and it felt super duper smooth. And so, yeah, but you need at least 60 on last generation cards. That's kind of like you have to have it then. Michael says, I'm loving Mafia. Just got out the counterfeit man jail. Oh, damn. You just got the counterfeiter, dude? Oh, nice. Dude, that game is so good, Michael. That game is so good. I liked it. It was so on point, too. Did you see that old Mafia dude? He's on YouTube. His name's like Michael something. He did like a rundown over the game and stuff. And he says, dude, this shit's so true to life, bro. It's so good. He's like, they nailed it, man. And I'm like, damn, yeah. Because it's good, man. And the accents, maybe if you play it in like Sicilian or something, it probably sounds even better. But I like it, dude. I like the accents. I dig shit like that, bro. I do. I just do. I'd rather have 200 FPS of smooth gameplay using MFG and DLSS4 than run a game at 60. Yeah, you're right, dude. I would too. That's kind of where I'm at, man. 60 used to be that threshold that I'm like, oh, just if I can just get 60, I'll be happy. But now, dude, frame generation has broke my little froggy brain, man. Blew my little froggy brains out all over the sidewalk, dude. I'm like, oh, it's so fun. And it's funny, dude, because I do consider myself like a casual gamer, man. Like I'm not a sweat. I like to play games. I like to jump in and jump out. I mean, like I got other things in the world to do. So I do. I kind of, at my age now, I consider myself a casual gamer. but I'm still there. I still support gaming. I'm still there buying the stuff. I'm still there trying to have fun to the best of my newfound abilities. I'm not as fast and as snappy as I used to be. So I do like, I feel like age kind of brings you back to being a casual. And so, yeah, dude, like being a casual gamer is not a bad thing. I don't have any problem with that. I don't care what anybody says about it. I'm having fun, bro. And so when you turn on something like Frame Gen at my age, because let's face it, my eyesight ain't as good as it used to be. It's not as good as it used to be. Yeah, it's just not as good as it used to be. So when I'm looking at like Frame Gen and it smooths everything out for me, I feel like I get better. I get more visual information. So I like it. I like it a lot. Has to have 16 gigs and it has to be 50 series. It's not that I need or want it. It's just that you shouldn't leave people with the 4090 behind. Be careful, Frame Rate X. You're going to start sounding like Frog Boy X when gaming, bitching about shit. No, I'm just joking. I agree. No 40. Yeah, it does suck, man. If somebody bought, oh man, 4090. Yeah. Ooh, no MFG 4X, no RTX hair. Yeah. And people said I was crazy for saying a 5070 Ti is better than a 4090. Damn assholes. I bet they're eating crow right now, aren't they? They're sitting there on their 40 series car. If Frog Boys, yeah, shut up. You ain't got RTX HDR. I do. I got RTX higher. You don't, because you got a 4090 and I got a 5070 Ti. My card's better. It's funny, dude. Like the infighting in the NVIDIA crowd, bro. Freaking Gen behind, always fighting the Gen ahead, bro. That's brutal. That's brutal. You would think there's a second fastest card. Yep, it's definitely not supported now, bro. Now it's not even in the race. I tell you, if a 5070 Ti 24 gigabyte GPU launches this year, 4090s toast, man. MFG 4X will eat that card alive, bro. 5070 dude, 5070 with 24 gigs would probably make you think twice about spending that much money on a 4090. I'm telling you, 4K is 4K, right? Am I right? If a 5070 can do 4K, boom, it's already on that level. If a 5070 can run all the, or if a 5070 can run with all the settings enabled, boom, it's already on that level. It doesn't matter if the real frames are 20 frames and the real frames of a 4090 are 40 frames. Once you turn on the features and you get significantly more frames, 5070 is technically the better card, right? That's how it works. That is how it works. I'm loving my 4060 Ti 8 gigabyte. Really? You've only got a 4080? 4060? Damn, Mr. Milburn. Well, Mr. Milburn, if it makes you happy, I can honestly recommend any 16 gigabyte 50 series card. I think you will absolutely love it. If you can get your patty cakes on a 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte, go for it. But I would recommend 9060 XT 16 gigabyte just due to the fact that it is slightly cheaper. And frame generation still works on AMD cards. So, yeah, I think people just make big deals about stuff that doesn't even matter. Hello, my friends. Another one of those like roll calls. Let's see if we can get some more likes on there. We got lots of people in here. Let's see if we can keep the likes going up so that more people will see this stream and decide to come over and hang out with us, man. Don't be greedy. Share with the rest of the people in the world. Let them come and listen to the Froggy Talk. For everybody that's new, I literally spent over $6,000 this year already on GPUs, testing these all myself and bringing you the best content that I can try to bring. I like both AMD and NVIDIA. I do lean more towards AMD. I think AMD is absolutely incredible. As you can see, I wear the hat to support my favorite brand. Because they are awesome, but I do love and support NVIDIA as well. I've actually spent the bulk of my money on NVIDIA GPUs. So yeah, No love wasted. Nope. 5070 Ti is good. 5070 Ti. If you get that card at freaking MSRP for 750 buckaroos, yeah, I would buy it. Like I wouldn't even hesitate. I would just buy it. But when it comes to like AMD, man, 9070 XT and 5070 Ti, I'm not even coping. I really promise you that I can legit barely see a difference in overall performance on a significant amount of games that I play. Why would I do that? Why would I get a big ass TV, bro? Like I'm old. I'm older, I'm smarter, I'm wiser now, bro. I had a big TV and then I went to a little monitor, and guess what? I can actually play games a little bit better. Thank you, Hades. You are I appreciate that. I really do, because yeah, it is kind of tough, man. Because well, see, I don't test this stuff the way regular people do. I don't just throw it through a bunch of benchmarks. I actually sit down and play games with these GPUs. I actually do. I put them in there for a couple weeks and I actually play games on them. PNY and Asus Prime. Oh, dude, get the Asus Prime, man. If I had a 5080, would you do 32-inch 4K? Absolutely. I would buy one of these Pigtown Sports. This is a dual mode 4K 1080p monitor. This is what I would buy with that. It's OLED, it's 4K 1080p. A 5080 is going to give you good 4K performance, but it's also going to give you 1080p really good. And the thing is you still get all the OLED colors, you still get HDR, but at 1080p, and it looks absolutely incredible. So anybody that's buying a 16 gigabyte card this generation, I absolutely recommend these four. You don't have to buy LG. There's Asus has them, MSI has them, KTC has them. All these manufacturers are making dual mode monitors. That is what I recommend the most. I honestly would recommend a dual mode monitor in like a 5070 Ti or a 5080 or a 9070 XT. Or even a 9060 XT over going out and buying a 5090, just because I think that you'll get a much better return on investment. 5090 will give you a good return on investment, but if you don't got a great monitor, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna, a 5090 just a platform alone is gonna cost you significantly more money. LG C4, it doesn't have dual mode, man. LG C4 is a good freaking TV, bro, but you're at 4K. DLSS craps all over. No, it doesn't. That is no longer true. I buy my games from Steam so that if I don't like them, I can return them. Drop the ball this gen without a card to compete. No, they didn't. They don't. Why compete for 1% of the market when you can compete for the vast majority? The only thing that AMD keeps messing up on, to be completely honest with you guys, is the fact that like NVIDIA has mind share, and instead of taking advantage of the ridiculous prices this generation for NVIDIA cards, AMD let AIBs decide their own prices, and that kept them stagnant. If the 9070 XT would have launched at, you know, the MSRP of $600 and been in stock, and then also had, you know, like the variants up to like, you know, 750 or whatever, AMD would have ran away with it, dude. They would have had so much more market share this generation, because the NVIDIA cards, while good, they just, you know, there was so much negativity going around about them that yeah, and AMD could have capitalized, but they chose to let the AIBs do it all. Is Hell Is Us too hard? No, not at all. Hell Is Us has a easy mode, medium mode, and a hard mode. Like you can select the difficulty on Hell Is Us. It's not too hard. PNY and Asus Prime are $750 right now. Good prices. Got my Gainward golden sample for $740. Nice. If I had a 5080, would you? Oh, no, that was already answered that question. Dang, supercards are going to be great value. No, they're not. They're going to be way too expensive. All the cards right now, Rob, are coming down to like MSRP. So that means when freaking the super cards come out, they're going to go right back up, probably higher than what they were right now. I'm telling you guys, a 5070 Ti with 24 gigabytes is going to easily replace a 4090. It's going to easily replace a 4090. All of a sudden, all the YouTubers are going to be like, oh my gosh, MSG4X is the super bestest thing in the world. Mark my words, bro. They're going to come around and they're going to start talking about it. They're going to start talking about it. Why? Because a lot of people are going to buy them and they're going to see for themselves that those guys were gatekeeping, making them waste their money. And they're going to be pissed, bro. Those guys are really risking losing a whole lot of support by continuing to be negative about MFG. As soon as MFG comes to the 40 series, if it does, a lot of people are going to know that a lot of these YouTubers are just full of shit, dude. They're gatekeeping. I've been playing games for 40 years. I turn on MFG and I'm like, damn, this is freaking powerful, man. Yeah, they are just hating on NVIDIA for something that actually makes gaming better. I don't know, man. And AMD's frame generation is just as good, though. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you even pick? I turn on AMD's frame generation and it's smooth. It's smooth like butter. I'm like, damn, dude. Yeah, super. I realize that all of these reviewers are full of crap. Yeah, exactly, Rob. They are full of crap, bro. It's just the funny thing is like they overhype that crap when it's good for them. They overhype that crap when it's good for them. Okay. And then they underhype it. You know, they overhype NVIDIA when it's good for them. They underhype AMD. They belittle AMD, talk down on it. And you know what, guys? Me personally, I don't think that NVIDIA is worth any more money than any AMD card. I really don't. I think they both have a compelling experience to own both of them. How haven't they massively rolled out FSR4 on games? It is crazy, bro. Like that is like the one that's like another one of the things with AMD. It's like, gosh damn, dude, get your guys' shit out there. Well, some of that's to blame on PlayStation too, because they're both, working on it. You know what? Look, guys, this is my honest thought on FSR4 right now in a slow rollout. Every time a game gets supported with FSR4, it's absolutely mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Games have to release on time or whatever date. If AMD's features are not there, just be patient. That's all I can say, because every one of them have been more than sufficiently good when it actually does come to it. There are ways to like use OptiScaler and all of that stuff to put it in there if you're a savvy tech guy. But at the end of the day, once it does come, you will really appreciate it. Did Gigabyte fix their leaking liquid? I don't know, bro. I don't have a Gigabyte. I got MSI. MSI. MFG fan. Where did you get that one? Man, forget glazing. Man, forget grifting. I don't notice MFG on third-person games, a little on FPS shooters. Yep, I could see that. I've played a few. Like, if MFG 4X is actually programmed into the game, even on first-person shooters, it's fine. Usually, at least for me, anyways. But if you have to switch it to 4 in the app, that's when it starts to get a little wonky. Well, yeah, but it usually comes out pretty perfect, Onyx. And it's freaking open source. Yeah, exactly, dude. My 5050 is a beast. I was looking at this thing today about a laptop, a Ryzen laptop with like a 7700X in there, and it said that's about as fast as a 1080 Ti. They do have MFG 4X. Well, you can stack. I don't know why you're saying that, Frame Rate X. Unless you've tried AMD, I don't think you should say that. I think you should try AMD and see for yourself before you pass judgment like that. That's the thing, man. Like I at least buy everything and try everything. You should do the same. You should at least buy one. I'm confident recommending you try a 9060 XT, bro, because then once you see how good that is, it might not. You might still love your 4070 Super. You might still love it. Can't promise anything, but you might still like it, at least a little bit. If you got a 9070 XT and tried that over the card that you got right now, dude, yeah, you'd hate NVIDIA. You'd walk away so mad, bro. You'd be team AMD forever. Once you get into AMD and you see just how smooth in operation it is, it makes it kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It makes it hard to just blindly support NVIDIA. It does. It does. Even Onyx can't stop buying freaking FS or AMD cards now. Onyx would not be able to live without his 9070 XT, because the moment FSR4 is injected into a game, it's incredible. Actually, the last NVIDIA patch has solved a lot of the problems, Rob. So it is pretty good now. It is pretty good now. It's a lot more stable. For me, anyways. I don't know if that's been your experience. I'd hate to try to assume. No, the 5090 is still here. The 5090 survived, bro. Shit, can you guys believe it? It's mine, dude. Damn. This is what $2,600 looks like. This whole 9070 XT build is what $2,600 looks like. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. All that for one card, man. For one card. Damn. But that's in that build over there. For everybody that's new here, I legit last year, the beginning of this year, bought a 4070 Super pre-built GPU, the exact same freaking PC that Gamers Nexus reviewed, the CyberPower PC, the white one with the 7800X 3D and the 4070 Super. I bought that. I bought it mainly because I wanted to try the DLSS 4. So I bought that, and then I upgraded that to the I upgraded that from 4070 Super straight to 5070 Ti, and then I started buying all of the freaking GPUs, all the 50 series GPUs. After I tried the 5070 Ti, I was sold, dude. I was like, wow, MFG 4X is good. This is a good feature. Hell Is Us. No, it's worth it. Buy Hell Is Us right now, immediately. Right now, because then you'll be able to actually play most of it, dude. It's such a good game. Such a good game, bro. I'm telling you guys, like, a lot of people don't want to give AMD a try, but gosh damn, dude. Gosh damn, you guys are getting... Why did you freaking... Dang it, I can't undo it. I can't undo it. I think MFG is a very good thing. I think it's good for you. I think it's good. If I had AMD in the past, I've had AMD in the past and built 9070 XT. Don't like FSR4 compared to DLSS4. I don't know, man. That's kind of weird because I legit do not notice any difference. I legit don't notice any difference. To me, DLSS 4 doesn't look any better than what, dude, FSR 4 is damn near freaking 4K. So is DLSS 4. Like, I don't notice that big of a difference. FSR, even FSR 3.1.3 is good on 4K, bro. Like a little tiny bit of shimmering. Oh no. Oh no. But if you zoom, yeah, exactly. If you zoom in like 1000x, you might see the, dude. I was actually planning on doing a video like that before buying the 5090. I was going to be sitting here and I was going to be playing a game and I'll be like, gosh damn it. And look over at my wife and I was going to be like, babe, come and look at this. And then she'd come over and I'd be like, look, you see this? I was going to zoom in like 500 or 1000%. And I'd be like, you see this shimmering right here, babe? I got to buy a 5090. I have to, I just cannot live with that shit. I got to buy a 5090. And she's going to be like, how much is your GPU worth right now? Because I was on the 9060 XT, I'd have been like $400. And then I was going to have her say, man, shut up and play your damn game. Zooming in like 1000% and seeing like a little tiny bit of, man, that shit's so dumb, dude. I step back and think about this for a minute, okay? Just for a minute. Step back and think about how fucking ridiculous that shit sounds. That like you zoom in and you see a little bit of shimmering and you're going to go spend significantly more money to get rid of that? Really? That shit's ridiculous, guys. Think about what you're thinking. I mean, think about it. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. Sadly, and with deep regret, I must admit that even the 5090 has that shit present at 4K. You still see ghosting. You still see shimmering. You still see freaking blur every once in a while. There's no perfect solution, sadly. So no matter what, the 5090 is just slightly better than everything else in terms of overall image quality. Sadly. He would probably say, you don't know what you're talking about. I'd be like, shut up, dude. Shit's still there. You've already got rid of your credibility when you said DLSS 3 looks like freaking native 4K, and then DLSS 4 comes out and blows that shit right out of the water. Point a telescope at the screen and complain about shimmering. Holy shit. Microscope, dude. Be sitting there with a microscope, bro. Oh, a jeweler's lens. You see that shit? I can see it. Exactly, dude. Nothing is freaking, it's video games, it's graphics, bro. Like, I still see that shit on every card I got. Woo! 10700 XT is gonna shock the world. Yeah, it's gonna have slightly less shimmering. Zoom in 28 times. Oh gosh, dude. It's crazy, man. It's like, dude, like these guys go out of their way to like get people all freaking hyped or yeah, dude, it's so dumb. I'll tell you, if you've never had a 5090 or a 4090, these cards will absolutely blow your mind to a point where like it's easy to overlook all that shit when you've got something that literally consistently can blow your mind a lot. But it's still there. It's still there. It's still present. You're still going to see ghosting, you know, unless you've got like the perfect combination monitor / GPU, you're still going to have that shit in your games no matter what card you buy. And yeah, dude, like DLS implementation or all of that stuff, it's not always going to be great. I mean, there's actually some games that MFG 4X really is not that great on. The artifacts remind them of that it's not reality. I know, huh? They're like, oh my God, yeah. It's like, dude, no matter what they do, get excited for, there's no reason to get excited for flagship cards, dude. I mean, I needed to try one. I had to do it. But sadly, yeah, once you go to the top, you know there's nothing better, and you realize that, like, holy shit, everything is the same. That's why I make the videos about, like, yeah, I could easily go back to a 9070 XT. Why? Because I was happy on a 9070 XT. I was happy with a 5070 Ti. Like, I'm happy. Like, I'm satisfied. I was legit I was legit impressed with 9070 XT and 5070 Ti at 4K. I'm not as impressed with 5090 at 4K because I'm like, interesting. I mean, yeah, dude, getting 300 plus frames with frame generation is awesome and it feels fabulous. But getting 180 frames at 4K on a 9070 XT and a 5070 Ti, that's equally awesome. Equally awesome. The frame gen is actually really good. It is. It is very good. 5070 Ti. It's very good. 19 Eclair. I can't return a 5090, sadly, until you cycle through them all. Your views would be insane. I know, huh? Go and return it and get it. Come home with a ROG Ally. Play with it for a ROG Astro. Play with it for a couple of weeks. Take it back. Really and truly want, which is 4K native, no upscaling. Yeah, they don't make that. It's never coming back. There's no way to do that. I mean, actually, that's not true because you can play every single game from Xbox One generation at native 4K on a 5090. You could probably do it on a 9070 XT or 5070 Ti. Actually, you can play all of those at native 4K. So yeah, you do have a native 4K. It's just always behind one generation. I don't understand why everybody thinks that they're going to play the games the day they come out at native 4K, 60 FPS. Dude, some of you guys have been playing PC for a very long time. You're trying to tell me you need the guy that's been here for less than 4 years to tell you that, yeah, that's just not the case. Trust me, when I got into PC, my little froggy heart was broken because I knew in my heart of hearts that PC was just going to be the bestest. And yeah, dude, like the first time I heard somebody in the comment section tell me I got to temper my expectations, I knew right then and there that PC was not all that everybody tries to make it out to be. Like, no doubt, significantly better than consoles. No doubt. No doubt. And cheaper in the long run. But saving grace for video games, I don't know, guys. The only thing that I'm grateful for is I don't have to see checkerbirds anymore. Checkerbird Fuzz K is definitely a thing of the past. Even PSSR killed that dead. So checkerbirds, I call that as a win. See, there we go. Alpha Zen just ruined everything for me. He just broke my damn illusion again, bro. He's like, you have to maintain realistic expectations. Man. Why everybody gotta ruin it? It's true though. Maintain expectations, lower your damn settings, and play your freaking games. You don't need ultra settings to play games. Honestly, I kind of advise against going ultra settings. Set that shit at low. On these newer games right now, this generation, start at low. I'm serious. Trust me. Trust me on this. Start at low and then start turning up the shit that matters to you. If you're in an open world game and you love vegetation, max that shit out and see how it runs. I guarantee you gain almost double performance just going to low settings. And the games still look as good as they did last generation. Mohammed, thank you, brother. Love the videos, man. Keep up the great work. I'll do my best, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that generosity. It's awesome. I think that NVIDIA, I don't necessarily think NVIDIA, Rob, I don't think they should be scared. I think AMD needs to just continue to put out cards that are well-rounded like they do. Every card I bought from AMD, dude, I absolutely love. And I think they're good. I think they're well-rounded. I think they get down to it. 50 series cards are really well-rounded too, though. Okay. I'm not going to take anything from NVIDIA anymore. I'll always be honest with my feelings, you know, and NVIDIA 50 series cards are actually good. I'm this generation, I'm literally like right dead smack in the middle. I'm like, damn, dude, I could recommend either and feel happy, like feel good inside knowing that the person that got that card is going to be happy. That's why my goal right now is to literally try to figure out the best scenario for each GPU, so that when somebody's like, hey man, I play this game, and this game, I could be like, look, this GPU is going to rock your freaking world. You know, this one here is going to perform like this. You know what I mean? Instead of just doing like because I have over 400 plus games and I buy almost every new game when it comes out. So I think I have a pretty decent understanding of how each game, if your main games to play are Ubisoft games, go AMD. If your main games to play are stuff like ray traced, you know, games that are if you really like the features like ray tracing and that new like forward thinking stuff, maybe get NVIDIA, because you're gonna want that. I mean, like, look at it, dude. RTX hair only works on the 50 series cards. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Everybody hit the like. Yes, please hit the like button. Another call for the likes. Another call for the likes. I hit 621 watts running for mark today. Holy shit, bro. I've had to go over 600. I think the highest I've seen this 5090 hit is 680. For a brief second, hit 680 on that one freaking oh gosh, what the hell is that? Nomad, still Nomad, 680. I think I've seen it for a brief second hit 680 and then shoot right back down to 521. Did you sustain 620 watts, 21? Because like I said, I've seen it hit 680, but not sustain that. Who needs to do better AI? AMD? Bro, as soon as freaking Redstone launches, it will pretty much be on par. Well, pretty close to what NVIDIA has. And next generation, it's going to be even better. Yeah, AI is the future. AI is the future. You should gauge your cards by AI tops. The more AI tops you have, the better your AI features are going to run, and your AI features are going to be absolutely necessary. Jensen wasn't lying to you when he said a 5070 could produce 4090 perform or 4090 experience. I'm going to call it experience because it's not performance. That's what I do here. I call it experience because it definitely is not performance. But yeah, you can essentially get 4090 experience out of a 5070 while using the AI features. It has enough AI tops to deliver that type of an experience for you. Yeah, well, I don't agree with that. AMD is gaining market share. They need to, it's not market share they need to gain. They need to gain mind share. After they gain mind share, then they can gain market share. Mind share is significantly more important than market share. And they are building that very rapidly with their CPUs. Everybody that buys an AMD CPU is going to be tempted to eventually try an AMD GPU. And every generation, when they come out and you see the numbers, you know, and then you see NVIDIA doing ridiculous shit like RTX hair, then it's like, okay, wait a minute. So if I buy an RTX, I'm going to want to use the hair, but that's going to kill my performance unless I'm on the top end card. So I'm going to try the AMD card and see how that runs. And oh my gosh, guess what? I didn't need it anyways. And so I think most people that try AMD are going to realize that, like, hey man, NVIDIA has been taking advantage of me. The AMD experience is good enough. And you know what I mean? Like, it is literally good enough for most people that you won't miss. Once you get used to it, you won't miss NVIDIA as much as you think you're going to. Chronos New Dawn at 3440 by 1440p. I get 44 FPS DLSS quality, epic settings with frame generation on my 4080 Super without ray tracing. If I turn on ray tracing, it drops to 100 FPS. Is RT worth it in Chronos? Absolutely not. I want the performance more than sorry, Cameron. I want the performance more. On that game, I absolutely want the performance. I turned ray tracing off on the 9070 XT. I get about 170 frames on that. When I'm inside, when I'm outside, it's like 140. So we get about the same FPS. I get about the same FPS as you do on a 4080 on my 9070 XT under the same circumstances with the same settings. Awesome. Damn, Cameron, you just dated your freaking 5080. I can legit prove that too, man. That's pretty good, man. You just made me feel even better about my 9070 XT. Sorry, 5090. Why are you mad about your 5090, bro? Yeah, dude. It's already past the time to take it back. Like AI, that's tech. No, 5090, I keep 5090. I keep it. Yeah, Rio. AMD CPUs are very good. I really like the X3D chips. I think they're incredible. I got a 9800 X3D, I got a 7800 X3D, and another 7800 X3D. I'm probably going to end up doing another build for my smaller cards. Frame rate is king of boy. Yeah, it is. I like frame rate. I think I like smooth a lot more than I like crisp. Smooth versus crisp. RT is pretty in a few circumstances, like Control Remedy. There's only a few games that I absolutely am like, gosh damn, ray tracing is the future. But then most of them I see, I'm just like, yeah, this shit's not it, Captain. Nope. I'm like, nah, we're good. RTX hair, bro. Oh, that's a hard sell, man. I'm just like, dude, I don't know. Guess it's cool, man, as long as it's still playable. I have 9800 X3D, and 9800 X3D is good. I think that when I do finish building out the 5090 platform, it will have 9950 X3D in it. I just got MSRP. Hell yeah, dude. So you just spent 2K on a my buddy that I went on a podcast with, he just got the same card, man. Said he spent $2,000 on it. Says it's doing good, man. He's loving that Zotac. That Zotac. Sounds like some shit from Star Wars, huh? Like not Star Wars, but Star Trek. I got the Star Trek Zotac. That's badass. my two picks for 5090 or GPU this generation was the ROG Astral. I'll keep saying that. So maybe some of you rich guys out there that really have a lot of money can buy it and enjoy, and I can live vicariously. But then my next pick was the MSI Gaming Trio. Yeah, the Vanguard looks nice, but I think I like the color palette of the Trio better. That's just me. You can call me weird. You can call me weird all you want, but I got the one I wanted. And I'm glad I did, man. I am very happy with the Gaming Trio, man. Like, I'm very happy with this card. I'm going to get the same board that matches the Dragon emblem. I think that's the Carbon, the Gaming Carbon. It's an X870 or whatever. So I'm going to get the Carbon board, and then I'm going to get the 360 millimeter AIO with a 9950 X3D. And then I will probably, I'm actually thinking about getting an MSI power supply for it as well, building out a whole MSI and then getting a nice wide open case for that 5090. And then I'm going to keep that build for, I'm going to put your guys' shit to the test and see if it'll last 10 years. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get the clicksies. I like clicks. What, you don't think I'm worth the clicks, bro? I'm worth it. Let me click it. That over here. Deal, man. Hit that like button, my friends, so that we can get this stream on more people's feeds. Do you know if NVIDIA is planning on making a 5070 Ti Super at some point? I don't know for sure, but the rumors say that it will be coming with 24 gigabytes of VRAM, slightly enhanced power, so you might get a little bit more. How was RTX hair? Actually, it wasn't really a major hit, but I mean, it did look good in a few scenes on Indiana Jones. I'm not going to lie. It did look good. It looked really clean. And I was like, wow, that looks great. But then in others, I was like, holy shit, dude. Like when the dude comes out, when he says, throw me the idol, and you throw him the idol, and then you go in there and he's like hanging on a thing, all of his hair looked like freaking, like it looked blurry and fuzzy. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude. Oh man. Pirated copy also run. Okay, let me see. 12900K is still pretty good. Yeah. Noticeable difference from 30 to 60 FPS. I can feel the difference from 60 to 120 FPS. I can't see anything past that. So my target performance dream build is always 120 FPS. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel past 120, but I definitely do see. Sounds like an OTC. So far, the ARC B580, how are the ARC B580 drivers? I didn't have any issues with those at all, bro. No crashing. You know what? That's a lie. There was one game. I think there was one game I tried to play that kind of struggled a little bit, but I don't remember exactly what game that was. But the drivers were fine, dude. The drivers were fine. The drivers, they got updated pretty regularly too. Intel's pretty on top of that. Intel and NVIDIA are definitely a lot faster with their drivers. AMD is the slow one, but AMD's drivers are usually, I think AMD is so worried about having buggy drivers now that they thoroughly check the shit out of them so much now, because every single driver I've gotten from AMD has been absolutely on point. The only reason, Zelda, I'm going with the 9950 X3D is because I'm going to be doing more AI stuff on the 5090. I'm going to try to put it to use as much as possible instead of just trying to play games on it, because it's so underutilized that I need to do something a little more with it. A copy that runs decently, yeah. Anyone have looking for super fast budget CPU? I have a Ryzen 5 7600 and it's fast. You have the faster one? Man, if the card is 24 gigs, the AI people are, yeah, dude, the AI, that's what I'm saying, dude. If these super cards come out with 24 gigs, do not plan on getting one early. You're going to be waiting. So right now, if you need a GPU and you're fine playing at 1440p, 16 gigabytes is going to be fine for you. And right now you can start getting these at MSRP. If you wait till the super cards come out, both of them are going to go up. Is what's going to happen. And I swear this is going to happen, is everything is at MSRP right now. It's the calm before the storm. Once they announce super cards with 24 gigs, those prices on the other cards are going to come right back up. And then the other prices are going to go significantly higher than those. Think this, ROG Astral 5080 with 24 gigabytes is going to be $2,500. Okay. It'll be $1,000 cheaper than whatever the 5090 model is priced at. If you look at, and it's going to go down, like your 5070 Ti's are going to hit the prices that the 5080s were selling for, about $13 to $1,500. And then obviously you're going to see, the prices of the other ones kind of come back up above MSRP. And the only reason that's going to happen is so that those cards will sell at a higher price. So when I kept reading and seeing that I was left out, oh, damn. I'm not getting rid of it. I said today was the last day and it's still here. So you do the math. You do the math, sir. It's already too late for me to take it back. Well, actually, I have until 10 o'clock. So I have an hour and 48 minutes or something. And I don't think I would make it in time because I would slow walk that shit out the door, and I probably wouldn't even get in my truck. I would just slow walk down the road until 10 o'clock, and then I would just come back and be like, oh, damn it, I missed my opportunity. The 5080 Super will probably be MSRP around the time that 60 series are announced, just before. And then they will shoot up in price, and then you will never buy one. Because then you'll be like, oh man, I should just wait for the 60 series cards, and then they'll come out and they'll be way high priced, and you'll be like, gosh, damn it. Dude, this PC shit's so dumb sometimes, man. People get ripped off so much. I don't even know why. Just buy the damn card right now that you've been looking at. It's finally where you wanted it. It's finally at MSRP. Go out and buy the damn card and be happy. Supercards MSRP are going to be significantly higher than what they already are. The NVIDIA cards will come out at MSRP, but there won't be a lot of them. The AIBs are going to have a significant markup on these cards, my friends. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. If you've been looking, I say this with all due respect. If you've been looking at a specific GPU and it's at MSRP right now, go buy the card. Okay. Go buy the card. You don't know anything about the other ones. And then rest assured, like you'll get that card and you'll be happy with it, because once the super cards come out and you see how high the prices are on those, you're not going to be able to get one anyways. Okay. You're not going to be able to get one. And then the cards that are MSRP right now are going to be discontinued, and the prices are going to go up on those as well. So either way, you're going to be waiting significantly longer when you could just be enjoying playing the games. The sooner you get the card, the faster it pays itself off. You have to start looking at it as, okay, if you go, you have to look at it this way. If you go to a concert, the average concert ticket's about $135. I took my wife and we went and saw Superman. After concessions and everything, we spent about $100, okay, for 2 hours of entertainment. You have to start looking at it in terms of entertainment costs, okay? You have to compare the cost of your GPUs, of your games, to other forms of entertainment. The sooner you get it, the faster it pays itself off. The faster you're going to save money by buying that, because you will start having better quality entertainment longer, okay? And you have to look at it that way. That should be like the standard for how you look at PC gaming. It's not price per dollar and blah, 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 and all that bullshit. No, that doesn't even matter. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. The amount of entertainment that card can deliver you for the price is where you should always compare it to other forms of entertainment. Gaming is literally the cheapest form of entertainment you will ever find, period. If that's all you do, it's the cheapest form of entertainment. If you go to work and use your work, like say, all right, I work 8 hours and I make $250 a day. If you make $250 a day, that, it just like, okay, it took me 8 hours to make the money to buy a 50-50. Okay. I spent 8 hours of work. I bought the 50-50 for $8 or for 8 hours worth of work. I got well over 8 hours worth of enjoyment out of that card, bro. Most other forms of entertainment are flash in the pan. You go see a movie, boom, you spent 2 hours. All right, whatever. You spend $100, flash in the pan. It's a night out, memory made with your wife, your significant other, whatever. You go to a concert, you spend $135 for a ticket. You spend, by the time you're done, you've spent like $300 to $500 going to a concert, getting food, getting snacks, getting concessions, all of that stuff. You spend about $500. You got 6 hours of entertainment out of that. And maybe you got some booty when you got home. Cool. 7 hours or 6 hours and 3 minutes. You got 6 hours and 3 minutes of entertainment. Or 30 seconds. It depends. I mean, who knows? You could get more or whatever. So you spend all that. And so most of your entertainment is flash in the pan. Gaming, you buy those, you keep them, you hang on to them longer. You get more overall entertainment out of that, right? You buy a game. Some people legit buy games and spend freaking 1,000 hours in one game, bro. If you spend 1,000 hours in a game that took you an hour or 2 hours at work to make the money to buy that $60 game, you buy that game and you get 1,000 hours out of that. It literally took you 2 hours to earn that, to buy that, to gain that, to acquire that. And then you got 1,000 hours of freaking premium entertainment out of that, because nobody plays a game for 1,000 hours that they're not thoroughly enjoying. I mean, like, you're legit addicted to it. Like, that's an addiction. That is the cheapest drug you will ever buy, period. If you literally can spend 1,000 hours on a game, that is the cheapest drug you're ever gonna buy for 60 buckaroos, man. So yeah, if you can find the GPU that you've been looking at this whole time for MSRP, and you were saying, oh, if it would just go to MSRP, stop feeding into the shit, the rumors and the leaks and all of that stuff, because it's only gonna stretch out the time you get to start enjoying. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. Like, that's why when they say, that's why when I watch reviews, okay, let me explain this then, okay? I base the cost of a GPU off of what I make in a week. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what I make a week, but I usually figure about $1,000 GPU. That's my comfort zone for a GPU every generation. $1,000. Okay. Takes me about a week to make that at work. That's where I base my budget on. Buying the 5090 was about 2 weeks. I guess if you do the math, you can figure out what I make, but it's about 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. So when I look at that, my budget for a GPU every 2 years, because I do upgrade every generation, I upgrade and then I sell off the old ones, and that gives you some of your money back. It's like a circle. And if you upgrade every generation, you get the GPU that you can afford in your bracket. 60 series cards are absolutely incredible, especially if you upgrade every single generation. You're always getting the new features and you are always getting a bump in performance. Always. You're always getting a bump in performance. 70 class, if you're in the 70 class and you can afford to upgrade every generation, do it. Why wouldn't you? If you can do it and you set aside that time and that money and that effort to making sure you can do that, you'll always be able to sell your other GPU for at least half of what you paid for it, minimum. And every generation that comes out, the sooner you get your GPU, the more money you will be able to get from your previous generation card, because the prices are going to be up. They're going to be inflated. You'll be able to get more for your money. I appreciate that, Bobby. I really appreciate that. Such amazing generosity. That's why I'm saying, guys, if you spend, it's easy for, that's why do you guys think I have the mindset that I have? When everybody else is out there complaining about the price of shit, I'm just like, dude, I know I'm going to make my money. I'm going to get my money's worth out of these products. I spent over $6,000 on GPUs this generation, and dude, I don't feel ripped off at all. Like, I feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of all of them. Like, I've enjoyed every single one of these cards that I've bought, even the 5050. Like, just playing Battlefield 6 at like 200 frames a second on that card at 1080p ramp maxed out, I was happy, dude. I was like, this feels incredible. This is great. Yep, I love my Best Buy credit card. I use the shit out of that. Best Buy credit card, 18 months, same as cash. I love it. I just put the card on. That's what I did with the 5090. I put it on my Best Buy card, and that's why I was talking to Mama about it. I was like, we're gonna have to carry this debt for more than 90 days. So, I like to be able to pay off anything I get within 90 days. Okay, I like to be able to know that I could pay it off in 90 days. That way, I feel better about that. 90 days is like, oh man, I like to be able to pay that off. That's a really short stint of time. Usually throw the money at it and pay it off in 90 days. Right when the 5090 launched, people were buying 4090s for about the, yeah, exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. You can legit upgrade and see if you're smart and you can do it. Like, it is getting a little bit harder to do that because by the time the GPUs come out, it is getting pretty damn hard to get them, you know, because of like scalpers and shit like that. But yeah, sell it, you know, always keep a reserve GPU so that you can play on something, you know, like this generation. If you're going to buy a 5090 and try to sell it right at the end of the generation, make sure you've got like a 5070 Ti or something to hold you over until you can get your 6090. You know what I mean? Make sure you've got a GPU that you can game on that will give you a good experience until you can get your next one. And then you sell that one too. Always wait until that lower end GPU hits MSRP though before you buy it. You know what I mean? So that way you're good, you're set, or even a 5070. Yeah. Especially if you're in the high end market, if you're buying the 90 class card every generation, always try to keep a spare GPU on you so that you have something that you can still utilize. And then you can sell it immediately for that higher price that everybody's willing to pay so that you can get your card at a steep discount. Sold it to my buddy for $400. Yeah, I usually give whoever I'm selling my cards to a good deal. Actually, when I sell my cards, most of them, the ones that I buy for testing, those people get a really good deal because what I do, I test them for a couple weeks, a month or something, make some content on them, and then I sell them to them. Like the person that bought the 9060 XT 8 gigabyte and the 5060 X 8 gigabyte, they got a really good deal on those cards. I've been messing with Stable Diffusion. Nice, nice. That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. $400 for 4080 Super. That's an incredible deal. That's an incredible deal. Incredible. You're a stud, man. That is awesome. I sold that 4080 Super that I had to a vet for the exact same amount that a 4070 Ti Super costs. He had just bought it, and I told him, take it back, and I'll give you the 4080 Super for that money. So he got a much better card for the same price as a 4070 Ti. And he was a vet. If he wouldn't have been a vet, I wouldn't have done that. Well, I might have done it, but I mean, I had only had that card I paid $1,200 for that. So I was like, ugh, taking a $400 hit, but he just got back too from serving it. And I was like, yeah, brother, I got you, man. I got you, brother. You take that back, I'll give it to you. Because I had it priced more than that. I had it priced at $1,000, and he's like, dude, I just bought a 4070 Ti Super. I'll take it back and get the money and come and buy that for me. And I was like, dude, yeah, just bring me the money that you get back from that, and we'll do it. No questions asked. But from now on, when I sell these cards, I'm going to start signing them Froggy tested by Froggy or something, you know, autograph them. Because someday I'm going to be super famous YouTuber. Add a little bit of money to them. Add just a wee bit of buckaroos to them. Add just a few dollars. Sold 4090 for $2K last month. Damn, man, that's. I was looking. I looked at Facebook Marketplace, and they're about $1,800 right now. They're going for about 18, but those were those were gaming trio cards. I've got the Asus Tough, the full metal one. I could probably get more for mine. I kind of want to keep it, man. If Junior ever decides to be a PC gamer, I kind of want to build him a 4090. What do you think, man? He'd be the only 16-year-old with a 4090?
Maybe.
Wouldn't that make me a nice dad?
I'm just not very good on mouse and keyboard.
You know you can plug a controller into it, right? That's what I use. Is that the biggest problem? Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna build Junior a PC. Junior's getting a PC. Should I do a 4090 or a 9060 XT for him? What do you guys think? First PC.
Do both.
You can't have both. You can only have one. I will build it on stream, obviously. 9070 XT, 4090. Well, his choice is 5060 Ti, 5070 Ti. I guess I could buy a 9070 XT if he wanted one. 4090, 5070, or 5050 or 9060 XT. GTX 1060. $5070 Ti. Go with a 50 series for Junior. Plant AMD propaganda early on. Oh, damn. I'll let him try both and see which one he likes. Do a raffle instead of selling? Hey, that's a good idea, bro. That's a good idea. $2 tickets, and then just put all the names on a little wheel and spin it. There you go. Do that. I'd feel bad. Well, no, I guess $2 for a chance to buy a 4090 for $2. I guess that's really, really good. Be a super dad and give him the 5090. No, I'd probably freaking. Then I'd have to get a couple flamethrowers in this room or fire extinguishers. Current gen doesn't have to be flagship, but just for the support. But just for the support. Ooh, yeah. Do a raffle like something like that. That's actually kind of a good idea. Is that bad though? Would that make me a terrible person if I collected like $10,000 and then sold the 4090 for like basically $2 to one person? Started playing up. I was obviously a good friend and told him 12900 KS was working fine. Yeah. Because I mean, I've already got a 7800X 3D to throw in that. I mean, he would get it. He'd be getting a pretty good build. But yeah, I think honestly, guys, 7800X 3D is a really good CPU still. Really good, actually. I think that a lot of people would be very happy with that. Oh, come on, guys. Let's get some more likes in here. So more people will show up. We need all of the people we can get in tonight's stream, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. So the stream earlier today, guys, was like 5 hours, and we've already blown past how many views that we got earlier. Like already like well past it. That is awesome. So tomorrow's stream is probably going to be actually, I might not stream tomorrow. Well, yeah, I don't know. It depends. Depends on what time my wife gets home. If she gets home early, I'll stream. If she gets home late, I probably won't stream. Well, I might stream in the morning. I don't know. Trying to do that stream earlier today. It was pretty fun, though. System felt snappy and got a great deal. $160 new. Right now, man, that's a good deal to buy some of those Intel CPUs, man. You're getting Battlefield 6 with it. Get yourself a good bundle and get that. Your hand signals. I know. Well, I have to do the hands. Well, if that freaking camera would stop like just doing whatever it wants, I wish I could lock it. The insomnia stream. I know, huh? Keep everybody up. Well, I'm trying to make it so everybody that wants to come to the streams can come to the streams. You know, I mean, we've been having a lot of fun with these, and I'm very, very happy with the turnout. Like, this was smart. Like, I should have just did this all summer. I think this is what I'm going to do all summer next year. So as soon as it starts cooling down, I'm going to start doing more of the sim racing content again, obviously. It's just too hot in the summertime to do sim racing. Because I have to have so many fans on. And so during the colder months is when I do a lot more sim racing. So I'll be doing all that. I'll probably, have the Fanatec out, and we'll do some more sim racing stuff. And then obviously we got a whole bunch of AAA bangers coming out at the end of the year. So we're going to have a pretty good year. I think there's enough good games coming out. And then obviously the early months of 2026, we're going to have like Resident Evil and some other good bangers coming out early. So yeah, and then the summer, dude, we will live stream all freaking summer and just make whatever videos I need to when I need to. VR racing and does with you does the 9060 XT get the job done with 8 GB? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, you should be able to do some sim racing with VR on a 9060 XT 8 GB, because a lot of those games don't even really take a lot of 8 GB, and there's a lot that you can still play. Would I ever do a tricked out build with all the RGB lights, tricked out AIO cooler with colored fluid? I don't think so, Cameron. I don't know. If a company wanted to provide me with all that stuff, yeah, I probably would, but it's not something that I would buy outright for myself. Not yet, anyways. Not yet. Like I said, I'm more casual. I'm not really like enthusiast level. To get some better AC? No. This is a rental place, bro. I'm trying to get up the money to buy a good house, but right now it's so hard to buy a house. The interest rates are so high that we just decided not to try. We need to have a day where we post our setups. I love showing the work. Yeah. Well, like I said, I will try to do maybe tomorrow. What if I do that tomorrow? Show me your build. I'll live stream, and then you guys can upload them into Discord, and then I can show them and rate them or something for you guys. Interest rates should drop big next year when Trump replaces Jerome Powell. I hope so, dude. Isn't Jerome Powell going to be out next year just because his term is up? Next dimension now with a 5090 casual is in the rearview mirror. I know, huh? Maybe we can do that. Maybe that will be tomorrow's live stream. We'll do like a show me your build on Discord. Is everybody in here in the Discord? Let me see. Oh, dude, if I turn on Discord, it's gonna. I'll pull one up on my phone and drop it in the chat. I'll get you guys into Discord, and then we can try that. Is there anybody in here that can drop a freaking invite somebody to our channel? Oh, there it is. Oh, never mind. Share invite. All right, let me try this, guys. I got to go into the live stream. Live stream. Live stream. Live stream. Live stream. Live stream. Okay, I think you guys should be able to take that link to the Discord. So go ahead and just sign in and get all thing, and then we'll do like a show me your build thing. Just picked up MSI RTX 5080 OC a couple of weeks ago and replaced my RTX Asus Strix 3080 Ti. Damn, dude, it's totally weird. Oh yeah, absolutely based. Are you tell me, are you using freaking MFG 4X and do you like it? Are you satisfied with the performance of it? Dude, that's the thing I want to know. When people buy 50 series GPUs, I want to know, are you using the features and how the hell do you feel about them? Yeah, there you guys go. There's a link. See, tell me if you guys can get into it. I like MFG 4X, dude. I think it is a fabulous freaking thing. I just underclocked my 5090 today, and I absolutely, I undervolted mine. Obviously, AM5 offers more future on the platform. Undervolted, yeah. No, you're good, Will. You're good, Will. Maybe make a new section titled Battle Stations. Um, okay, we can do that. I'm warning you guys, the Discord mod over there, if you guys start fighting and acting out, he will freaking, if you guys start spamming, a whole bunch of stuff, he might take action against you. He is in full control over there. It was better that way. I give him full reins over there. His name is Cabbage. Obey his law. Obey the law of Cabbage. Cabbage is 100%. He is my right hand man. He runs and moderates the Discord, and he is King Cabbage. Yeah, dude, he'll flick you, bro. He'll flick you quick. So behave, get to know everybody over there. Be nice, be kind. See how everybody engages over there. And yeah, just follow the rules and you should be all right. Cabbage is really freaking cool, man. Like, I've known him basically since I started the channel. He's awesome. Incredible guy. So as long as you're on his good side, you ain't got nothing to worry about, but he has very little patience for annoying people. I'm sorry, but I do try. I don't get on Discord very often. It's just too hard for me to like get in there. Not too hard, but it's I'm on X a lot more. DLSS is amazing on the new card compared to 30. See, I had a 3080 10 gig, and I kind of wish I still had that card. What about if everyone is bald in the game? No point of RTX Air. Yeah, I never thought about that, bro. Silk Song is so much fun. I've been playing on my Switch too. Nice. I might get it on the Switch. Junior probably wants it, so I'll probably get it around payday or something. I had to fix that laptop today. Good news, it is up and running. Sad thing though, it only has 2 gigabytes of VRAM. It's an MX350, so it's pretty slow. Yeah, I still wish I had the 3080 10 gig just so I could like test it out at like 1080p, do some gaming on it. Just because I was so new to PC when I got that base that I legit went freaking aggro on freaking PC gaming because I felt so ripped off when 40 series came out and we didn't get like frame gen or anything like that. I was pretty mad, bro. I was already struggling to try to play games, and I was getting mad, and so I yeah, dude, I took it out on the 3080 10 gig. It put a very bad taste in my mouth for NVIDIA for a long time. It wasn't even until the 50 series that I completely like changed my whole tone. 50 series really did impress me. I was like, yay, this is awesome. So like in hindsight, knowing what I know now, I could go back to the 3080 10 gig and I could fully enjoy that experience because I have. So this card right here is a Pro. This is a 6800, which is pretty much in the same bracket as like a 3080, but this one here has 32 gigs of VRAM. So I kind of still have that experience a little bit, but not the NVIDIA side. And FSR3 and frame generation on that card, freaking fabulous. I'm just trying to get some new, cords for it some new, because it takes this here takes like the mini HDI or mini DisplayPort. It's got like 6. It'll support 6 screens. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Support 6 screens. So I'm trying to get a HDMI cable and a DisplayPort one for it, so I can hook it up and run it and get some real good benchmarks out of it. Because without that, I can't get VRR. I can't get with the dongle that I have right now. It's just an old cheap HDMI, so I can't get none of the features with it. So I need to have something that will run all of them. This is RDNA 2. This is the same generation as 3080. It's the same generation as 3080. So I've already played around with it a little bit, and gosh damn, dude, it's incredible. It legit really does make me feel like I could still game on that level of GPU. But yeah, dude, the new features really make the new cards very good, very good. Since no one makes 1440p, yeah, they do. They make 1440p OLED monitors. With running a 4K monitor, 14. Yeah, there's 1440p monitors. OLED. My LG is a 1440p ultra wide. Let me get you a link for a 1440p OLED. 1440p OLED. Let me look one up on Amazon, because then I can just get you an Amazon link for 1440p. Ultra wide is awesome, but we're going to look at 1440p. Okay, this one here is a ROG Strix, $700, 1440p, 27 inches. That's an incredible monitor. So it's a Asus ROG Strix 27-inch 1440p OLED gaming monitor, QHD glossy OLED, 240 hertz, 0.03 millisecond. It's got a custom heat sink, anti-flicker, uniform brightness, G-Sync compatible, 99 cent 3-year warranty. Absolutely, yeah, that's definitely a monitor that I would buy. Let me see if we can find another one that is also, because I think there should be a ViewSonic right here, 2K OLED for $949. What's a budget? What's a budget that you wanna stay at, bro? What's a budget that you're wanting to stay around, Tweed Town? Because I can find you a good one. 32 inches. Okay, let's see. 1440p. Okay, this one right here is ultra wide, 34-inch. Absolutely incredible. I have the 39-inch. This is a 34-inch monitor. There's no 32 OLED. Yeah, I'm not seeing a 32-inch. So I'm gonna get you. I'm also gonna get you the 39-inch that I got. because that one, so the 39 inch that I have, the 39 inch that I have, actually it will have black bars for 1440p, just regular, but it's still at 32 inches. It's about 32 inches when you use just regular 1440p. So this is the actual model that I own right now, the 39 inch, and you'll love it. You'll love it. It's about $900. It's on sale right now, so that's a good deal. I honestly think that you would love an ultra wide monitor more than just a regular one. 240 hertz. Is it even worth it to stay in 1440p and upgrade to OLED or go 4K OLED for 5080? Yeah, well, see, this monitor right here, my 4K OLED. I'm gonna give you guys the link for this one too. This monitor right here that I'm going to give you guys the link to. It does 1080 or 4K at 240 and then 1080p at 480 hertz. Okay, let me grab the link real quick. This is honestly the monitor that I would honestly recommend, because when you can play at 4K, you're gonna have fun. When you can't, you play at 1080p, and it's still incredible because you're getting OLED. This is the monitor that I recommend above all. This one and the ultra wide, the last one that I put on. Said you're more active there. Yeah, you're right. Let's see, X. I don't even know how to get a freaking link to X though. Um, oh yeah, I do. It's like at Frogboy X1 Gaming. Just follow me on Twitter. This one right here at Frogboy X1 Gaming at Twitter. Oh shoot, see, that's not a link. That's not a good link. How do you get a freaking link on here? Oh, wait, I have one on YouTube. Um, I have one on the YouTube more. Here we go. Here we go. Holy crap, dude. It gave you like this long ass. That sucks. That was not a short freaking little thing. Damn it. Sorry, guys. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know how to freaking do it. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm I'm pretty slow, man. I don't freaking understand how to do that shit sometimes. I don't know where to look. Yeah. Camera's freaking zoomer. It's a zoomer, dude. Freaking won't sit still. The hand signals, man. Get over here. Stop. Get back. Go back. Go back in your corner. I'm telling you guys, these OBS bot cameras are pretty cool. They are fun. I kind of wish I had one of these when I first started YouTube. It would have been incredible. Incredible. I'm wondering if we can actually get to like 15,000 subscribers by the end of this stream. Can we do it, guys? Can we do it? We only need, sheesh, we only need like 222 subscribers. Let's do it. Trying to get 222 subscribers. We need 220, better than Logitech Brio. Logitech Brio is 4K 90 hertz. This one here does 1080p 60. This is a 1080p cam, but this is a smart cam. Yeah, I like it, dude. I kind of like the color palette and everything on this a little bit better. Doesn't it look sharper? Gigabyte fixed the issue with the leaking liquid. I have no idea, dude. I hope they did. I hope they did. I did copy and paste the link, but it was like way too long. It was like this huge, super huge one that I couldn't even send through here. I was like, what the hell? I was trying to find like a shorter link and it would not do it. Is that a yes to my question? I have no idea, my friend. I do not know what they did. Thanks, X Trump. I appreciate it. Yeah, I have no idea what they did with the thing. So are you happy with RTX hair? No. Dang, 56% said no. So I want to do another one. Start a poll. Say, did you subscribe yet? Start poll. Okay, we need people to subscribe. That's just a reminder. I might just have that up there the whole time. We need some people subscribing. We're trying to get to 15,000 during this stream. Let's do it. Let's get there. Let's get there so I can be an expert. Yeah, what's up, Silverbeard Gaming? So once I get to 15, that means I'm an expert, right? Who is better for motherboard, MSI, Asus, or Gigabyte? So right now I have a Gigabyte board and an MSI board, but I would like to try Asus. I haven't tried Asus, but I do have a lot of Asus products, so I would happily buy a Asus. So yeah. RTX hair, bro, is NVIDIA just launched it with the new Indiana Jones thing. And it only works on the 50 series cards. Only works on 50 series, bro. So you gotta. They're trying to do everything they can to get you to upgrade to 50 series cards. Like, it's so pathetic, man. It's so pathetic. Stop being pathetic, NVIDIA, and just give the people what they already overpaid for. Don't you guys hate that? Like, you legit overpay for NVIDIA products and they don't, and they can't even they can't even give you like the features and stuff, the newer ones, without like, I mean, literally everybody freaked out on NVIDIA for the 32X for them getting rid of physics 32X on the 50 series. So they legit made it open source. So they made it freaking open source. Got a Zotac for MSRP at launch. Damn, dude. Yeah, that is lucky if you got it at launch. A different way of texturing hair using spheres instead of triangles. Will you take her out, Bobby?
I did it.
You just did? Why is she acting weird? Sold my 3090 before, so I didn't pay much in the end. Nice. Are you on a 4090 now? So forth and so. 5080, nice. How do you feel? Do you feel like the 5080 was a big enough upgrade over the 3090 to satisfy you though? Because sometimes going from like a 90 class card, you know, I yes, for sure. Nice. Yeah. So I felt like, because I hadn't bought a 90 card. I didn't buy a 3090, and I just literally like 4 weeks ago got a 4090. And so I'd already had the 5070 Ti, and so going to a 4090, I kind of felt like it was a downgrade over the 5070 Ti because of MFG4X and stuff. Just because it's pretty smooth in a lot of games. I'm not saying that the 5070 Ti is better than the 4090. It just feels, you know, when you're using the features, the AI really is pretty convincing, at least for me. And so it felt like a downgrade. And so when I got the 5090, it felt like a freaking massive upgrade over a 4090 because I use the features. So turning on like MFG 4X on a 5090 and getting like 300 plus frames on games that using frame gen on the 4090 would only give me slightly over 100. That was a massive upgrade. And like, I know that everybody wants to pretend to be mad at NVIDIA right now over, you can't use that in your charts. It's like, no, dude. I think other reviewers need to get with the program, because in my opinion, as a humble gamer, like a lot of other people, and I really do mean this humbly, that I think that most gamers could turn on MFG 4X and probably be okay. I mean, dude, we used to legit play games under 60 frames a second and have fun. Do you really think that like all of a sudden people aren't going to have fun with mind-blowing technology that makes their games smoother and cleaner than they've ever had before in their lives? I mean, every game you turn on, like most people complain about the performance, but it's like the moment you turn on MFG 4X, all that shit goes away. I'm not even joking. Unless there's like really bad traversal stutter in your games, most of that shit goes away. You don't even feel it anymore. You don't get. Oh my gosh, dude. I don't understand why YouTube keeps doing that, bro. I don't understand why YouTube keeps doing that. It keeps like legit it says like I keep getting these little things. I might start recording the freaking screen so you guys can see. That shit's annoying, man. It like cuts out. No, it wasn't buffering. It like literally said that, oh, this site's having problems, and so I have to like literally reconnect. Oh man, I hate it when it's doing that, man, because I've been like having so much fun doing these live streams, and they're so long. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people do enjoy NVIDIA, and but it's just weird that like people high server usage probably. All that AI slop is starting to kill our channels, man. I don't know, man. Something weird happened this year with YouTube. It just started like I was flying high, and then all of a sudden, whoop, this big old giant sag right through the summer. So summertime from now on, we're doing a lot more live streaming. We're not even playing around. We're just going to straight go to live streaming, and then I'll put my videos up in between those. While small bump was just enough to finally make Flight Sim VR not be stuttery in the big cities. Nice. I have, you know what, guys? I haven't even tried Flight Simulator on it yet. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do a video tonight of Flight Simulator. Do you guys want a 5090 Flight Simulator video in my F-22 Raptor flying across the United States or something? To the cards is going to interfere with raw performance, but I think, dude, we're already so high on raw performance. The AI needs to get better. I don't really think there's a whole lot more we can do raw performance wise. So I'm really hoping that the AI, that's why I fully embraced AI, bro. I have both, but I'll do 2024. Smooth gaming. Yeah, exactly, dude. I don't really think this is the smoothest. I was playing Monster Hunter today and didn't realize frame gen was enabled at 4x. Holy crap. And it was good, huh? That's what I'm saying, bro. You turn on frame gen and all that shit melts away. But look, man, grifters got to grift, bro. They got to grift. They got to gatekeep. They got to keep you guys held back. Froggy don't play that shit, man. Froggy's a gamer. Froggy's a real gamer. I like to play video games. Nice. 9800X 3D with a 5080, dude. That's a good combination. Any of these like new generation cards are good because frame generation is so responsive on these new cards, man. It really is. And the more that the gatekeepers try to gatekeep, like, think about it. Think about your own circumstance. Like, you're playing on a 50 series card, you're using frame generation, you're fully enjoying your experience more than you've ever enjoyed in experience gaming before. And then you look at those other guys crying about frame generation, and it just makes you think, like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Trust me, I know. I've been there when I was railing against NVIDIA and people are enjoying their NVIDIA experience, and I'm just being pissy and nitpicking like stupid ass shit that I should have just been trying to. I should have started in the 40 series just trying to find the good things about. I think the biggest thing was that generation, guys, is I didn't have two builds. I only had one. And so I was always swapping them out, and I really just liked playing on my AMD. So I was like, the NVIDIA card was sitting on the shelf collecting dust, and I was just, didn't have as much playtime with it. But now I can turn on either one, and I can legit go from one to the other within seconds. Seriously, within seconds, I can be on one game, turn it off, and turn it right back on the other one within like the loading time of the game, and legit see it that quick. And I'm like, wow. 5080 and 5090. So 5080 is probably going to give you a good 200 FPS with frame generation, where the 5090 is giving you about 300 FPS with frame generation. To perfect the shimmering to virtually no shimmering around the character. Yeah, that would be nice, but it doesn't distract me that much. I get what you're saying, Cameron. And yeah, you can absolutely see it. It's not perfect, but yeah, dude, that's the cost of 300 frames at 4K, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, but once you get used to it, I don't really notice it that much. I mean, I do notice it, but I don't pay attention to it. I don't let it interfere with my gaming. I legit started playing games on a Nintendo Entertainment System, bro. Like, you could legit see the pixels, like all of them, every single one of them. Actually, you could see the pixels, like big fat square pixels. And then on the 16-bit Super Nintendo, you could still see the pixels. On the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, you could still see the pixels. On the Nintendo 64, you could still, you started to get away from seeing the pixels, and it was more of the polygons. You could see the polygons. Okay, it went from pixels to polygons on a PlayStation 2, of course. Like you could legit see those, and they were huge. They were, I mean, there was no missing them big ass pixels or the pixel crawl or any of that shit. You could see the shark teeth and all of that stuff. I think we've come a long way, bro. Like the little bit of artifacting, I can deal with that. Like I've got a really strong tolerance for that stuff. I do. I mean, you can legit see pores in the characters' faces now, little hairs and freckles and all that kind of shit. I can deal with a little bit of ghosting. I can deal with a little bit of shimmering. I can deal with that, bro. I can deal with that. Why? Because I have seen significantly worse and had a lot of fun on those games too. So I can deal with that. AC shadows, the shimmering around the character is the biggest offender for me. Oh, I know, I get what you're saying, bro. Turn AC shadows to X3 and it goes away. You can't use X4 on shadows. It has to be X3. And you have to set that in the NVIDIA app. I don't own any of those old ones. 4K 60 DLAA. Nice, dude. I'm going to fly right across to Merca. Yeah, 3X is where it goes away. 4X is, well, what are you on just watching? Are you on 5090? Because it's not that bad at 4X on 5090. I mean, it's there, but it's not as bad as it was on like 5070 Ti. 5070 Ti, I just turn it to 3 and it goes away. Okay, same card. So it is there on 5090, but it's not as bad as it was on 5070 Ti. But 3 does make it go away pretty much to a point where like you can notice it, but it's not that bad. Are you using performance DLSS by any chance? Because that's what I use on it is performance. Performance DLSS 4 looks good enough to where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll use that. Best Buy has my monitor for $9.99. Yeah, get it. Get her, buy one. Oh, yeah. Do performance. Just drop it to performance and you'll slightly notice it. Trust me, it still looks really good on performance. If I were you, I would get used to performance because it's going to make your frame gen significantly faster. So I would just start getting used to it. I prefer, like, I don't know, man. So you might not think it's worth the trade-off, but I do, especially in open world games like Shadows, because I like that little bit softer tone, and then turn the sharpening all the way down and just get used to the softer image quality. Certain games I like sharper image, but for open world games with vegetation, I have to have it as soft as possible. That's why I prefer playing on the AMD because it softens it up real good. It's really soft and squishy on AMD. I don't know if I would say pretty good margin. I would say it's good. It's the best you can get. But I mean, we're talking like Assassin's Creed Shadows runs at 35 on a 9070 XT and it runs at 55 on a freaking 5090. That's not a really pretty good margin, bro. Like when you turn on frame gen, you're getting like 160 on 9070 XT and you're getting about 300 on the other one. It's pretty good. All the games I play run at my monitor's max refresh rate. With that setting, there's no. Okay, so even if your MFG goes above your monitor's refresh, you're not going to notice screen tearing or any kind of inconsistencies. Well, at least I haven't on most of the games that I've played. I haven't noticed screen tearing or any kind of inconsistencies. It just feels like super smooth. Did you ever play 7? No, I don't play that game. 5090 can beat by over 100 frames the 9070 XT. Well, it depends. I haven't tried many games that have beat the 9070 XT that bad. I don't think I've played anything that's beat it by more than 30 frames, 40 frames. most games usually run. I mean, dude, it's usually like a 20 frame difference between 4090 and 5090, and like maybe 30 frames most on 4090. Sometimes double. Frog, do you use VSync? Not when I'm using not when I'm using MFG. You can't use VSync. You just use VRR. VRR and G-Sync usually take care of it. 7900 XTX and a 5090. The 5090 is better by a big margin. Yeah, well, 7900 XT. Optimize your games. You just use Ultra on everything. I don't use Ultra on everything. It just depends on what I'm playing. Multiplayer is different story, but I play with out of frame limiter. Add more with node shrinking, but well, as soon as I'm really hoping that this NVIDIA neural texture rendering or whatever, I'm really hoping that neural texture rendering comes out and like fixes a lot of these problems, especially with like VRAM and stuff. I really do kind of feel like we're at a point where like some of this other stuff's going to come out. Multi-plane overlay? No, because I don't know what that is. Gap between 5090 and 5080 Super will be like 30%. About that. Yeah, dude, NTC will be great for 5070 owners. It would legit make that card a 4090. Oh no, it won't help you get RTX hair. Sadly, you're gonna have to upgrade. You're gonna have to buy a 5060 Ti. I'm sorry. Can't hang on, dude. You can't hang on to this shit forever, bro. And you've got a channel, so you might as well upgrade. I haven't, not yet. The hottest temperature you've seen the 5090 reach is about 72. 5070 Ti is about 50. 50C to 72. Now that I've got an undervolt on it, it's about 60-ish. I don't know. I haven't seen anything on RTX hair, to be completely honest with you guys. I would have tried it the other day, but we were live streaming and I was doing Switch content. Switcheroo. Got to get my switcheroo content out there. Dude, that Switch is pretty impressive, man. Actually still having ray tracing with freaking Star Wars Outlaws. That is crazy. 90 FPS at 4K with max RT without DLSS and Dying Light 2. The 7090 can't even use RT. Yeah, it can. Yes, it can. I ran RT, all the RT with the 7900 XTX on that game multiple times. I even put videos on the channel with it. Turn on some FSR and you're good to go, man. 90 FPS on a 5090, that sounds reasonable on that game, to be completely honest with you. On a 4090 and a 7900 XTX, you got to use DLSS or FSR and frame generation. Dragon Age's Velguard runs 4K 120 FPS on a 5090. Really? I have not tried that yet. Nearly as much as Death Stranding 2 graphics. Oh, I completely agree. Indiana Jones looks good, but yeah, dude, Death Stranding 2 is one of the best looking games available today, and that's on a PlayStation 5 Pro. 5080 with 24 gigs. Oh gosh, that would be an incredible deal. I've got my mind set on the 5080 or 5090 thus far. My 4070 Super still plays everything I play right now. Yeah, whatever one you can get, man. FSR is trash on a 77-inch. Okay, to each their own, buddy. I don't have a problem using FSR. Sucks that you hate it. Sorry that nothing makes you happy. You're just going to be miserable forever, I guess. I'm sorry. I mean, FSR looks good on everything I play it on. I don't mind it. Even FSR 3, bro, I really don't mind it. It looks fine. It does what it's supposed to do. It upscales my image. Maybe try getting yourself one of these dual mode monitors and playing some games at 1080p for a while, buddy. Petition to throw away UA5 and train everyone on Decima. I support that. I support that 100%. I don't really care much for DLSS 3. I think it made all my games look too plasticky. But everybody gets mad at me. Don't say that, Frog. It's as good as 4K. Digital Foundry said, oh, wait. Digital Foundry changed their mind. It's funny how I legit was saying that DLSS 3 was not that great. And then everybody was like, Digital Foundry said, and then Digital Foundry comes out when DLSS 4 comes out, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's almost as good as native. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. I'm like, wow. DLSS was too ghosty. Oh, dude, DLSS 3 was such a. I was sick and tired of getting freaking. Dude, I was so annoyed getting freaking whatchamacallit, gaslit. Switch 2 uses DLSS 3. Frog bro upscale. Yeah, DLSS 3 on the Switch 2. And you can see it, like you can legit still see the DLSS 3 issues. Oh, so stripped out detail and AA and TAA. Okay, I guess yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. 4K is 4K with all your textures and detail and all of that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty important, my friend. If you're going to say it's 4K or equal to 4K, yeah, you should probably specify, because you got people like me that take shit literally, and when I hear that and then I try it and it doesn't do that, then I get mad. I get irritated, because then I feel like I was misled. DLSS Switch is actually upscaling from lower than 1080p most of the time, and it upscales as far as 1440p or 4K, I believe. Some games look really, really good with it. Most of the Nintendo games aren't even using DLSS, though. But a lot of the newer games that are coming out are actually using it. They do now. That 480p goodness. Imagine Switch has multi-frame gen. Oh, gosh, dude. Ooh, that would be great. I think the new Switch after this one, the Switch 3, will probably have we'll probably be able to use like MFG 4X. That would be good. I really do think the new consoles coming out are going to have frame generation, bro. I think that they're going to have frame generation, and yeah. Yeah, I don't necessarily mind the fuzzy image, bro. It just looks a little bit softer to me. And I like that. I actually like that softer look more than I like a sharper, crispy look. So yeah, it's a preference thing, man. I like the softer image. No more PSSR. Wasn't live with. Oh, Froggy tries Zelda game. I did. Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Very beautiful. Yeah, you can absolutely see like a more more detail. It looks cleaner, a lot more clarity. Yeah, Switch 2 makes the Tears of the Kingdom look fabulous. You hate TAA so much? I don't know, man. TAA, dude, it just depends on the game. It depends on the game, man. He needs to get himself Framerate X really either needs to get a 50 series card or a 9070 XT or something. That 4070 Super doesn't owe you any money, bro. Let it go. Let it go. Get something newer. Finally off work. Oh yeah. I was off work all day today and tomorrow. Gosh, dang freaking mosquitoes. It just always has bad implementation. It guys, yeah, it just depends on the game most of the time. It owes me my RTX hair. Oh, great. Frame rate X is going to be going down the same rabbit hole I went with the 3080 gig. You need to go outside again? Okay, go. Go. Damn, dude. All that over some hair, bro. The dude's freaking out, man. That gosh damn hair. Do I work in tech? No, dude. I'm a mechanic, bro. I turn wrenches. I turn them wrenches real good. I preferred FSR 3.1 over DLSS 3. Actually, I didn't really prefer either of them. I just preferred 3440 by 1440p. There are hair spheres, and we need them now. Oh gosh. Actually, I'm gonna do it there. It's there. The other there. There's 3 there's, bro. Yeah, AI is not coming for my job. Do you have a hearing problem, Gen X gamer? I prefer FSR 3 over DLSS 3. I do. DLSS 3 made my games look plasticky. FSR made my games look soft. I preferred the soft look over the plasticky look. That's just me. Yeah. I like FSR 3 more than DLSS 3. But my preferred way to play last generation on either of those cards was at 1440p, so I didn't need to use either of them. And then I would actually use downsampling with FSR, and it would make my games look even better. There, and there. Tamar agreed. TAA sucks. MSAA, dude, is kind of heavy though, isn't it? Every time I've ever used MSAA over 2X, it's like, wow, it starts getting really heavy. Because doesn't that like boost up the resolution and then downsample, essentially like using virtual super resolution? Yeah, that does kind of suck that AMD takes forever to roll everything out, man. That really does suck. They're gaining all their mind share with the C. MSAA is literally for like old games, bro. Anything made. I think the 360 generation games have a lot more MSAA. I don't really think the Xbox One generation games have MSAA. I mean, maybe some of the earlier ones do, like the cross-gen games, but like the later ones, I don't think I've seen MSAA in a lot of those. Yeah, right, Captain Caveman. Right now, 5070 Ti is a good. If you're streaming or something like that, or doing like editing or something, get the 5080. If you're not, if you're just using it for gaming, just get the 5070 Ti. You're not going to notice a massive difference. The only way you're going to notice a massive difference between those two cards is in when you're using them for work type stuff. Yeah, I mean, like you're comparing a 7900 XTX to a 5090 with DLSS 4 versus FSR 3 on a game that probably doesn't really even support like the newest greatest FSR, bro. Like, okay, yeah, you're right. 5090 is definitely better. $50.90 is better. I don't understand like why you're still mad about a 7900 XTX, bro. 5070 Ti is a better card to me than a 4090. He's not going to get banned. He's just I don't I don't get what his deal is, bro. Sell the 7900 XTX while you can still get money for it. Upgrade it to a 5070 Ti, bro, and you'll be happy. Sitting there being mad about it, just do something about it, bro. Handle that shit, man. Get rid of it. Get something that you like. If you prefer NVIDIA, get rid of it, man. Give it to somebody that will appreciate it. Sell that thing to somebody who will appreciate the power of AMD, man. There's no sense in being mad about it. Watch them sell that shit, and AMD's like, all right, you can use FSR4 now. I just laugh, dude. As soon as it comes, it's going to be fabulous, man. It will fix all your problems. Smile. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I guarantee there's gamers out there that would absolutely be floored with the 7900 XTX. They'd be so happy, dude. They wouldn't even care. They would just be like, "Oh my gosh, it's the best thing ever." And then you got people that are like legit, like, dude, my $3,000 freaking 5090 is better than my $1,000 freaking. Well, it better be. It better be. Like, I'd be mad if it wasn't. You're getting FSR 4 on 7000 series. Yeah, they are. It's on Linux. Do you see yourself always getting maybe I'll get a 6090. I don't know. Then you have my point is AMD too slow to implement stuff. I had every RDNA card except for the first one. Well, yeah, they're slow because they're freaking a significantly smaller company than freaking NVIDIA, bro. Like you're legit comparing like a freaking speedboat to a freaking Titanic. There's way more resources at NVIDIA. They can do shit faster. Supporting AMD is like supporting the little guy to try to bring competition. If you're not happy with the price, I feel like the price to performance and features for what you pay for an AMD card was worth it. Now RDNA 4 is significantly better, and it's getting better. So I don't know. I don't know like what you want me to say. I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel guilty or upset about my 7900 XTX that I had. It was a great card. It literally got me through that whole generation, and I was happy. I'm still happy. Even if I still had a 7900 XTX right now, I would still probably be happy with that card. Being mad that they're not getting features out fast, I don't understand the logic in that. Like, look, you knew AMD was going to be slow with the features when you bought the card, bro. Like you knew that. This card right here came out before FSR 3 and frame generation, and guess what? It supports both now, and it looks incredible. It looks incredible. This is 32 gigs of VRAM. Like this, okay, like awesome, bro. Free upgrade. Made your experience better. I do miss having 24 gigs of VRAM every once in a while. I do have Silent Hill 2 and Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 2. I have all of those games. Yes. I play them. They try new designs when the tech isn't ready. Okay, they got to put something out. And I mean, where you got frame rate X being mad about not getting hair, at least AMD tries to bring their features across to everybody when they're ready. Stay happy with the performance of 1440p. Play it on 1440p, bro, and you shouldn't even have a problem. You put in a long day. Yeah, I've got energy, bro. Like, I'm good, man. I'm good. It's just streaming games, bro, is where I draw the line. At least right now. I draw the line on streaming games. I mean, I'm pretty sure the latency is probably about the same as what you're getting with like MFG 4X or something, but until the hair. Yeah. Well, yeah, DLSS 4, but you don't have MFG 4X. And 6800 XT ran Cyberpunk 2077 with RT well enough to enjoy. FSR 4 looks great. And a high-end card with possible FSR 5. Sounds interesting next gen. They seem to be on track to catch up. I think they're going to catch up pretty quick. To be completely honest with you, I think that more developers are going to start supporting FSR 4 pretty quickly. You're already home?
Yeah.
Why'd you come home early? Who brought you?
One of my friends.
Why didn't you just call me? I was thinking about you.
Because she lives in Nashville.
Oh, she went home too?
Yeah.
Is your mama home? Is your mama home? Your mama's already home. No, you don't have to bug me no more. You can go have your mom. You can have her. She's yours. Go get her. I know I see her too. I see her. I see her. You can go have your mommy. It'll get FSR 4. They're working on it. It will come eventually. And when it gets here, I'll be vindicated. And then everybody will be happy. Okay. It does suck that it takes time. It does. I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like it doesn't, but well, if the chiplet design would have worked, it would have saved. It would have the chiplet design working and being performant enough for AMD to mass produce that. Had it been more successful, it would have allowed AMD to keep the prices lower for graphics cards going forward. But now they're essentially being forced into the same thing as NVIDIA, so expect higher prices, bro. I mean, look, I was perfectly okay with the chiplet design. The 7000 series did pretty good for me. Obviously, I admit I started at 7000 series, so at the end of the day, I was pretty happy with it. But I get what everybody's saying. I mean, like the 6800 is on par with the 7800 in most scenarios. So yeah, the 40 series will get MFG. That'll be good. But AMD is literally good enough to where NVIDIA is absolutely having to start doing that for NVIDIA guys now. Yeah, you should try Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know why you haven't yet. It's a pretty good game. Just stick to the story and you'll be fine. Benefit of server farms, crunching the algorithms for years at this point. Yeah. Supercard coming out to compete with the 5090, I'm guessing. It would be good if they did. Bedtime for the kiddos, Night Frog. Gonna leave the stream. Oh, have fun. Always been struggling to make high-end cards like 5090, 4090. I don't necessarily think that's the case. FSR 3 or RDNA 3 will get FSR 4. At least RDNA 3 will. I'm not so sure about RDNA 2, but at least the 3 will. Someone with a 4090 can't. Oh, dude, think about how I felt with my 3080 when I couldn't use frame generation. And then AMD brings out frame generation that works on a freaking 3080, dude. Like, trying to tell me NVIDIA and all their infinite wisdom couldn't figure out how to do that shit, bro. People talk about AMD being behind, and then AMD straight shows you that you can do it. And then NVIDIA's like, whoops, we maybe should have done that. Like, I know that 40 series can run MFG 4X. Like, yeah, dude, it should be able to. You're trying to tell me that a 4090 can't run MFG 4X and hair? Like, yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I just try to enjoy the shit that I have now because it makes me happier than trying to look for every reason to be mad about it. You're probably right that AMD's RDNA 3 wasn't ready. It still gets better every time they upgrade the freaking patches. Every time AMD is fine wine, okay? And that extends to RDNA 3. It wasn't ready, but it does get better. You do eventually get what you pay for. And it usually is pretty decent. But I get, if you don't want to wait for features, then probably buy NVIDIA. Either buy AMD so you can get the upgrades as time goes on, or buy NVIDIA so you can upgrade every generation so that you have the new features. It's as simple as that. Cooked 6900 was why you had all those different 3090. Yeah, 6900 and the 6950 were on par with NVIDIA in that generation, man. But nobody bought them because DLSS is so good, everybody said. So everybody bought NVIDIA. And ray tracing, and like, let's be honest, dude, ray tracing in that generation was ass, bro. It barely worked. Except Bulldozer, we don't talk about Bulldozer. Yeah, we don't. LOL. Well, yeah, now they got RTX hair, so now they can bring MFG to 40 series. Yeah, I mean, so look, man, if the, like I just said, Gen X Gamer had the freaking chiplet design from RDNA 3 worked out really good, that would have been able to allow AMD to keep prices lower going forward. At least they're willing to try new stuff, man. I mean, dude, I legit got a 5090 that runs at 600 watts, bro. 600 watts. You know what I mean? Like, the card is massive and it runs at 600 watts. And so it's like, I don't know. To me, it's like, you're probably better off getting 60 or 70 series cards and just trying to be happy. First NVIDIA card since 1080 Ti. And you went straight to the top, bro. Like, yeah, dude, my 5090 absolutely destroys every single card I got. Easily. Like, it is a powerhouse. But you don't see me freaking out about my 9070 XT. It does good. Even, dude, This card's like $1,000, man. Like you can get these for about $1,000, and this card still puts a smile on my face. I wish I'd still had my 7900 XTX. I do. I really wish I had my 7900 XTX still. I can't believe my sugar's home tonight. I was thinking she wasn't going to be home until tomorrow, but now my sugar's home. So that probably means that we're not going to live stream tomorrow. Well, maybe we will. I don't know. It depends. Damn. Oh, man. But look at that. We're already at like 3 hours of stream. So that, dude, I've done what, 8 hours? 8.5 hours of streaming today. That's crazy. Popcorn next 10 minutes. I don't eat popcorn, bro. Since you're happy with the 9070 XT and the 5070 Ti, why didn't you take the 5090 go back? Since most of your Odysseys of the world doesn't have one. Because I like it. I'm happy with the other cards. I can easily game on those, but dude, like I like Butter Smooth Land. It's pretty cool. It's for looking at it. Yeah, exactly, bro. I gotta look at it. It gives me status, bro. It gives me cred, street cred. Makes me important. True enthusiast, man. Now people will take me seriously. Now I can talk like Hardware Unboxed and people will listen. I don't know. Huh. It's a badass freaking card, dude. The 5090 is a freaking monster. I love it. I think it's great, but damn, it's not necessary. It is cool, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not mad or upset, or I don't regret buying it. It's great. I just wish that people wanted to watch more content on it, but they don't. And it's sad. It makes me sad. It makes me sad that only 1% of gamers can actually put themselves in a bracket to get one. It's sad. I wish more people could afford to get 5090 cards. Made me try out the 5090, and my rant is kind of my fault. Oh damn. Well, yeah. I mean, well, see, you got to look at it this way too, Gen X Gamer. It's like, yeah, bro, freaking NVIDIA puts out all these features, and let's be real, most of the time these features don't work that well on the lower end cards. They don't. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, they got features. You happen to buy the top stack that's really, really good. Your wife said buy the higher number. Nice. We got good wives. We have good wives. My wife was like, yeah, get it. Do it, but it's not going to make you happy. No, I'm just joking. Said their viewership is down drastically last month. Yeah. We have phase in the tech world at the moment. Maybe that's it, because my viewership was down, but it's already on the rise this month. Even my regular videos seem to be doing a little bit better. We're doing pretty well these days. Videos are starting to go back up. So I am pretty happy about that. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good in the neighborhood. Always says it's easier to say sorry than ask for permission. That's true. Sometimes we are hitting silicon limits. I think we are, bro. So probably, yeah. Crippled, disabled, chopped up piece of. Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. I've been thinking of picking up the Titan RTX for the vibes. That gold design is beautiful. Still pretty pricey for what it is, though. Like a Titan RTX. Which one is that? It makes me enjoy my life a little more with my hard-earned money than letting it sit in a bank account. Yeah, I think that I think we're on the same wavelength, bro. I like stuff more than money. I think we're on the same wavelength. I kind of like cool stuff more than money. What about you, buddy? What's mom doing?
I don't know. Probably talking to grandma.
She's a grandma talker, huh?
Yes.
Ooh, dang. All right. Well, my wife is home. Well, I don't know. Like, I'm not tired. I could keep streaming for longer, but I thought my wife was going to be gone all weekend, so I'm probably just going to spend time with her. We did a long freaking stream this weekend to use the 5090. I know. I put an undervolt on mine. I am. I'm actually going to go spend time with my wife. I'll see you guys later. We did a pretty good stream. We did 2 good streams today, and I put out a video, so like we're good. Good. Over 1,300 or 1,266 views, almost 13. So yeah, dude, that's good. So you guys have a good night. Thanks for coming. I might stream tomorrow. I might not. It just depends. But I'll at least do another video or something. So have fun, guys. And thanks for everybody that signed up and just hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button already, could you please hit the like button before you leave? I definitely appreciate that. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.